No se hace cuando se toman Jumex. Y'all too young for that commercial.
What, you're in pain now?
I don't know. Sounded sexually gratifying.
Y'all don't need to know what I was doing. Should I even mention that this is the you know what?
Well, they'll tell when there's gonna be like crazy uploads to catch them up, and we've been on sabbatical for a month. Welcome to the unofficial relaunch.
What up?
Of Loser's Quest.
Loser's Quest.
Hey, I forgot the name for a second. That's why I stopped talking. I was like, what the fuck are we?
I thought you were waiting for Lois to do it.
I legit was like, what's back? I was like, what is back?
Who are we? Your boy Albi, aka Lois.
What's up? This is aka Marcus.
Biggie, over here. Back again, not saying explicit shit.
And Rusty, aka Eddie. We out here.
He's out here.
We out here. So, life happened and we were on a bit of a, sabbatical. We were getting paid for our time off. I'm gonna apologize to y'all.
Y'all weren't? Shit, my bad.
Apologize to y'all because I did fuck up on that
Everyone.
Saturday.
For real.
Yeah. But anyways, we here. Let's see what we can do.
We back. We put in $1,000 to the show.
Yeah, let's do it.
So we're relaunching.
Marcus's credit card.
New equipment. We fixed Eddie's voice from the last 2 episodes you'll hear soon.
Yeah, I think he finished his puberty.
Yeah,
I think so.
All right,
I'm back to normal hormone levels.
Let's start off with our week.
Sorry for going at you, man.
It's okay. I did not think about a recap at all since it's been like a month.
I have one thing that I definitely want to mention.
Hey,
It pisses me off. It kind of pisses me off, but it's like whatever. For my week recap, but I don't know if you guys want to
go for it.
Start low and we'll pick it up after.
Alright, dog. So as you know, I go to this. Well, you may or may not know. I know y'all know. My school is a bunch of rich bougie kids, Chinese kids.
Ooh.
And I was having a conversation with one of we were all talking, and then basically what happened is we know one of my classmates, his friend. This motherfucker spent $8,000 on a fucking mobile game, and I'm just like,
commitment. Why are you mad?
I'm
they
upset.
call them the Wells, man.
Here's the thing. I'm only upset because that would literally cover my tuition for like a whole fucking term, and have like $3,000 to spare, and I can't even go to the next term because of that. I was like, this whole thing. But anyways, the thing is, I totally get it because if I was in this situation, I can't promise I wouldn't buy stupid shit. But
dude, I don't got money, and you should see my room where we record. It's full of stupid shit,
but
it's full of doubles of stupid shit that we've gone over too.
Yeah, but anyways, what else? Yeah, so and it's funny because I guess the whole story was he was telling us that his parents were a little upset, like, "Why are you spending so much?" And then he just lied and said he ate out a lot, and they believed it. They're like, "Okay, just calm down and don't go that ham." And I'm like, if only we're so lucky.
I'm pretty sure their parents know how to like check bank statements.
You would think so, but
yeah, but if he has it like connected to an his Apple like bank card thing, they probably don't read through it. They just got like the bill.
But dude, that's so fucking much. AG on a fucking mobile game. But I guess, it is what it is.
It doesn't hurt to spend that much if you're not working for that money.
I know, it really isn't. It's just on the other side of the fence. You get that, like, I don't know how to feel because I can't really feel mad for him because, like, I can't say I won't do the same, but, point is, fuck the guy regardless. I hope I never meet him.
Free him.
Besides that, just school projects. Slept on campus last week, and I'm probably gonna sleep on campus this coming week. In my mama's SUV.
You literally don't leave campus? You just like sleep over there?
Sometimes. Well, only one day last week. This week, probably one day again.
Why did you choose to stay in campus? Like,
dude, last week on Saturday at your place, I almost fucking died driving home.
Holy shit!
I don't remember getting home. I just remember talking to myself to try to keep myself awake. And that's all I remember. It's like, it was so bad.
You're still not answering the question, though. Why you stayed out there?
Where? Oh, because, like, it beats, like, I finish work late. Like, what is it? Like, sometimes, like, 12 or 1. And then I gotta wake up at 5.
Did you say work? you have a job on campus or your
No,
schoolwork?
Schoolwork.
Okay. All right.
Schoolwork. So I finish at least like sometimes 12 or 1. Even last time when I went to your house, it was actually I finished like at 2. So I had to wake up at 5:30. So it's like I was just dead. And like I'd rather just sleep there than try to drive home when I'm all sleepy. But
That's true. Like, do you stay like on campus property, or you have to like scope out it?
Nah,
No?
I sleep on. You could probably sleep on the actual campus somewhere, but I took my mom's SUV, and I'm probably gonna do that again because it's more
man.
comfortable.
Definitely. Fuck, dude. Well, respect for staying committed and being like, you know what, and stay here.
And it's
Do
not
it
even
all over again.
It's not even fucking midterms yet. It's gonna be this week.
You're gonna live on that campus when it gets to midterm.
It's
huh?
it is this coming. Well, for one class, it's this coming
Yep,
week.
coming this Thursday. Right.
All right.
Me too.
Take a pack of clothes or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you gotta do, man.
All right, y'all. Who else got? Oh fuck! Let me get rid of this before I start clicking on it. I think I already did like twice.
Yeah.
Take these weapons away from us, Sergio.
I know.
They're dangerous.
Yeah.
Actually, I can put that in my back.
Yeah, that one's yours.
It's like. Who else got anything they want to mention for their fucking little week? Anything they remember?
Well, I just been on a freaking shonen anime binge. Like,
Shonen trash.
You're fucking
exactly.
weeb.
These guys kept telling me to watch Demon Slayer, so I finally got on it, finished it, and I'm like, this is dope. I know Sergio said that you could find the chapters of the manga online, so I went, hunted a page down, got worried because they had a view online and a download button, and I accidentally clicked the download button, and as soon as that shit started moving to
Porn
another
coming
page,
at you.
I was like, hit that X button, close it. It was like erase the search history because I'm like, what if like get some like spyware installed? I'm like, no.
I would have sent you the link.
Yeah.
I sent it to Marcus.
Dude, fucking.
I'm actually using Don's link.
I think what I hate.
I didn't want to make an account on her things.
I didn't either, but I'm not using the desktop version.
Alright, that's
Because
right.
it used to cut off like certain parts of the manga, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I think what I hate how those fucking they know who they're catering to because all those fucking manga sites that I don't visit but I've heard have a bunch of like on the side the advertisements like a bunch of like raunchy almost hentai shit. They're like fuck, they know who they're catering for.
That's true. Never click on those ads. Just go to Handmade.tv if you want actual hentai.
And here's the thing: the only reason I mention this is because sometimes I'm reading shit on campus. So I'm like,
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I know.
and then the advertisers are just like,
Advertising, and they're like,
it's not what it is. I swear.
It is what it is, though, right?
It is. I got to get those chapters in, man. But thank you for the spoilers, Eddie. Now they know what we're gonna talk about. Jerk.
I don't know if they did. But
You just
okay.
spoiled it.
Demon Slayer, bro.
Hey.
Yeah, and then I watched a couple of Giguk's what is it,
He's got some
YouTube
pretty good
videos.
ones. It sucks
Yeah.
that he has so little, but it makes sense because he probably edits the fuck out.
He
of all
does
of
edit
Yeah.
that one, but he only gets like two
them. Or one.
or three a month, which I get that it's a lot of editing, but like I don't think he has a job. He has a Patreon and he makes money off the YouTube. Like,
Fair.
please make a little more, dog. Fam.
I love his
Yeah.
last one, the hentai one.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. That one was
the
great.
worst part about that hentai one is when you know almost every video he referenced.
That's
That's
you
when you-
personally, or do you know someone who knows?
It's a friend, bro.
It's a
It's
friend,
always a
Sergio?
friend.
I think it's creepier if you know a friend. Like I don't know. Yeah, you have to be there.
yo, you're banned right there.
Hmm?
You're banned.
Oh, word. It lifted. thought I had lost my hairband, but I guess it slowly fell and got caught in my shirt.
Yeah, so after watching that video, I was like,
You looked up hentai?
No.
Oh.
Like,
What is he
after
talking
watching
about? Right?
a
Google
couple
it.
of videos,
Yeah, get
like,
us
he
back
had
on
one
track.
about Attack on Titan, and I'm like, yeah, I fell off of that, and I went back and watched season 3.
The one that he says is like the newer seasons are actually getting better than.
Yeah. So I definitely went and watched it.
He's the reason
the
I
last 2
consider
days.
jumping back on, but honestly, at this point, I'd rather not. I just watch other shit.
I'm just like, I ain't doing shit with my life. Let me watch something and not do shit with my life.
Fair,
so
dude.
I went in there.
Could have watched Lover-in-Law.
What?
Look it up.
Um,
Google safe search off.
Or
all right.
Or
Okay.
Alright.
All right. Just make sure to get like some headphones connected to the TV or some
Or
shit.
not.
Or not, you know.
Yeah. What else you got for us, Eddie?
That was it. That's
All right.
basically me.
Sergey, with your fucking luxurious piece of shit hair.
That's Eddie, bro.
Oh,
Hey,
it's-
AKA Eddie.
AKA Eddie. You got anything for us?
me,
dog?
Eddie. Speaking of hentai, so
That's AKA Rusty right there talking.
Oh, me.
Eddie left the chat.
I've been trying to play video games more, which I've been slightly successful. I can't name anything I've done, so I guess I haven't.
That shit's wild.
Finished
Like,
Gears of War.
we're like the biggest nerds ever, but we haven't been playing anything.
I did. I finished Gears of War since the last time we talked.
Oh, nice.
And then you started Gears of War Judgment.
I finished that because I was
See?
trying to beat it before
Oh, okay.
5, beat Judgment, and then I beat 5, which is pretty sick. Waiting for 6 because it's an obvious sequel coming at you. Light spoilers, but I did cry in Gears 5, so you guys
Oh,
could probably guess what
shit.
happens. Or
Really?
someone, yeah, maybe. But I did cry. It was kind of. It was actually very. It happens in a very unexpected moment because it's like it transitions from gameplay to a cutscene, and at first you're like, oh wait, I'm fucking doing this. Like, oh, this is an interactive cutscene.
Oh, nice.
Then you become a sad boy.
Who the fuck owns this disc game? Because I want to play it now.
I don't have it. It was free on Game Pass, dog.
Who got the disc?
Oh no!
I'll see if I can find, see if I can find
Oh,
a trial,
struggles.
dog.
Oh man, I want to cry, dude. Come on.
Yeah, okay. We'll find out how to get you to play it.
All right, fair enough.
But yeah, besides that, I'm trying to look at my games. There's so many I could start.
You
Destiny
installed-
2 is ready. Marcus never online. Don's never online.
Hey, shut the fuck up. We're online. I was online today. No, I was gonna say you
You
started.
were playing Jump Force.
No, you started the My Hero game.
Oh yeah, that game was not good.
No.
Because I'm a big fan of the Naruto Ninja Storms.
Oh shit, no way.
They're actually really good fucking games. Like
Okay.
the way they cutscene, the way they have like the cutscenes for the parts in the actual show and the fighting, it's not bad. My Hero one's a little wonky and floaty. It is their first one, but you know, I'm gonna buy the second one. Who the fuck we fronting?
Because you know it's coming.
See, this is a
That's
guy.
already
He's the
announced.
first. He's like early adopter. You know, he's through it all. He's
So
a
I
real
guess
one.
I am playing some stuff. I just finished paying off of my Call of Duty because I finished pre-ordering my Elite controllers, $180.
What's up?
I'll
You
eat
know
that
what?
cost.
I'm not the biggest fan of the Price's redesign. His eyes, they make him look very round and friendly.
Oh, have they? I haven't. I've seen some of it. I've been avoiding a lot of the I know there's a campaign trailer. I haven't seen it.
He just looks like a good guy. Like, hey man, what are you up to? Oh, nothing. You know, just out here, fucking having a beer. Like, dude, you look like the friendliest guy ever. And it's like,
He looks really friendly when you meet his grandpa, though. His grandpa looks just like him, and he's very friendly.
I don't know.
In Call of Duty 2, he's in it.
Is it really?
Yeah, you
Oh,
play
shit.
you play like the South African campaign, and there's Captain Price, same mustache,
Oh
same
wait,
hair.
no. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, got you. But in
But
this
he's
one, I
supposed to
think
be a friendly guy.
and the thing is like,
the things happened before the reboot haven't happened yet, man. He's still happy.
is it?
It was a reboot, yeah,
It's a reboot, right?
yeah.
I don't know, dude.
So maybe he's happy in this reboot.
I guess he is. I don't know. That's the only thing that kind of like jumped at me. Is like you have this. I mean, I guess you can have that big friendly badass. I guess that's what you're going for.
It's
But
called Big Hero 6.
it was just a little disconcerting at first. I was like, wait, what? Like, what's going on here? I'll show it to you later. Oh wait, no, never mind. You don't want to watch shit for it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I've been trying because
you'll eventually see it, and then maybe you'll see it too.
Well, I guess I have been playing a bit more video games. Been reading my mangas, which is I just read Demon Slayer 2 and My Hero. New chapters dropped today. Haven't read the My Hero one.
I should.
Read the Demon Slayer one.
I don't know if I want to jump on My Hero. I just finished
I
fucking
feel-
jumping on the.
I
Demon
feel like I
Slayer.
gotta jump back.
My
on
Hero, luckily for you, the new season's about to cover it, but it gets really, really good. Then it slows down. Then it gets good again. Then it slows down.
Is it the training arcs really kill me in mangas?
I like training arcs because
Yeah.
that's where you get your character development.
I don't.
I don't
think-
like when it goes from because I like caring about characters because I'm a weeb secretly, but I'm not because I'm a jock. But I'm like 6'8". But yeah, but I like training arcs just because that's where you get character development. It doesn't feel rushed because it doesn't have to happen in the moment. That's
Well,
where
here's the thing.
you get to have cute interactions between people and you get to
Yeah.
start shipping shit and
I generally
You know.
I'm not the biggest fan because their training arcs usually last like 2 weeks and they're all of a sudden OP. But Demon Slayer, I'll give it to it. They actually take time, like whenever and these are little things, but they acknowledge that time passes. Like for example,
Yeah.
this is one of the things that I wanted to mention to you last time is this dude was training for 2 whole years to actually become a fucking,
Yeah.
And then when they
And he was still not shit.
Yeah, and then I think that's one of the things that I like is that even though it's literally just mentioned, oh, he was out, like he got broken ribs and he was out for like a month or two. Like, oh shit, they're acknowledging that the things happen and they don't heal overnight. So I like that. So in Demon Slayer, I actually enjoy those little training arcs and all those little time off because the time acknowledgement is there. It's not like they're waking up super
Except
powered.
when they're fighting. I'm gonna lose all this blood, but I'm gonna keep going.
Okay, so
Talk about it.
when we get to the Demon Slayer, I'm gonna get roasted, but
Hey, but I do like My Hero because a lot of their training scenes are usually
You know
training
what?
arcs
Yeah.
are usually the whole class doing things.
Yeah, so I think that's the
what
difference.
keeps it interesting.
I think that's the difference between Demon Slayer. You do get some character arcs,
'Cause-
but that's solely character for them.
Yeah,
because they have so many.
like in Naruto they have like in 2 weeks he learned how to do like a super OP move in the river,
Yeah.
and I was like, nigga, what? What the fuck? But then you have at least My Hero. It's not even a spoiler since you know what's gonna happen in the manga. There's a training arc, but it's between like class 1A and 1B.
Oh, what the fuck, dude? I'm not there yet.
Yeah, and
Bro.
that's what spoilers are for. Though.
Bitch.
it's not a spoiler because then it's just
What do you mean they train?
it's the whole classes and
Isn't that-
you get to see them interaction, and it's cool because you got. I've always been curious about class 1B or 2B or 1B, I think, because they never get enough shine, but they get an arc where you finally see what the fuck each one of their abilities do, and you kind of wish they were a bit more
main
present.
I wasn't a fan
'cause
of
they
the
have some-
seaweed.
yeah.
Is this talking about the seaweed girl with the hair, green hair, seaweed?
Oh, she's hot, but no, I mean everyone in general.
Okay.
Like they have that weird yellow guy that looks like a knight with like holes in his body. He's come up in the background. You finally find out what he does. You just find out what they all do, and it's kind of cool.
And you know, like with them, it's like even like the tournament arc that they have a couple tournament
dope.
arcs, and those are dope because you get to see all these other characters in the
Yeah.
world, and now it's good guys against good guys, and they're just trying to train and see who can handle things
Yeah.
the
I
best.
think that's why I like. I'm shonen trash too, and I think that's why I like it now because they've learned. Because My Heroes, the tournament arc, lasted like 7 episodes, maybe.
Yeah.
My Naruto's tuning exam arc,
That's like 20.
that was like 30, man. Because there was like the forest part, the battle inside with the hand part, then the second tournament. That shit was like 50 episodes of fucking nonsense.
I think
So I do like that. I do like that shonens are getting quicker,
Yeah.
that is,
and they don't bullshit as much and filler
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, like because some of the beginning episodes of Naruto, when it came into those exams, it was so lame. Like
They were lame.
they were lame. It was dope when they.
If I wasn't in middle school when that show came out, I would have punched out.
Same, probably. If I'm being completely honest, it's probably
Yeah.
been
when
same.
Gara showed up, it was just like dope. I want to see more of him.
Yeah, low key, that's the thing that got me was like, who the fuck is this goofy kid with a bowl cut, and who's the serial killer kid? And luckily for them, they were interesting enough that I cared for both, wanting to see how evil Gara was, and if Rock Lee was actually a G or was he just a goofy character they were gonna
For
write
real.
off.
He's a G.
Which spoilers alert, they eventually did kind of just take away all his street cred.
Yeah, he's a G and they ruined him.
Until the final fight, and that was pretty dope.
Yeah, they ruined my boy. Freedom, like Sergio says. Freedom.
Yeah, so I just been reading those, been playing games. I'm gonna ramp up once the Call of Duty comes out. Been playing Smite again, random shit. I'm trying to play a bit more. Lonely boy days though.
That shit's so fucking hilarious.
Because their own schedule's fucked.
Yeah. Well, you really haven't been playing anything.
I know.
It's so wild. It's like that's all we were known for.
Yeah,
What
I
do we
know.
have now? It's like
It's like
we
you
don't
know,
play
like,
video
I,
games.
like I've told you guys
We'll be back
too.
to scene
It's like
3
I
and
bought
the next
goddamn Link's Awakening. It's still wrapped. I haven't broke it open. It's
Okay,
still
we
wrapped.
can't talk about still rap games, dog.
Well, okay, all right. But you know,
I'm the king
like,
of that.
Well, you are the king of that, but I'm
Hey.
like freaking Nintendo. Like, do we even like? I would have been all over that game because as soon as Breath of the Wild came out, I literally would like
Yeah.
wake up in the morning, go to work, you know, an hour or two break in between both jobs. I'd pop it in, play for like an hour, and then get on the road again. And then when I came back, I would punch back in.
I did drop $400 to just play Link's
Breath of the Wild.
Wild.
How'd you drop $400?
That's why I
The
switched.
system,
I
Oh,
bought the Switch.
wrong
I
game.
bought the screen protector in the game and all that
the
shit.
control.
Only ever played that. I played like half of Mario Odyssey. Sorry, Marcus.
It's cool.
I played Splatoon online a bit. Never played the story.
Dude, I never
And-
played the story either.
I
Yeah.
didn't even know
My
I had a
brother
fucking story.
straight
It
up
has a
told me,
story.
he's like straight up told me, it's like, damn, you really want to play that multiplayer online stuff. I'm like, yeah.
That's what I'm here for.
We'll be back. What will get us back as the crew? Well, at least that's the Xbox crew's concerned.
Hola.
I thought it was gonna be Gears. but it wasn't. Halo Infinite,
Hola Infinante.
and Destiny,
Infinite.
and Destiny 3 in 5 years.
How the fuck you say infinite in Spanish?
Back.
Infinito. Hola Infinito.
So that was my recap, technically, even though we did get on sometimes.
Yeah.
Marcus, bring us home so we can start these topics because we're looking like we want to talk.
yeah.
So my recap is just me being baited.
Hey,
I was playing Borderlands.
Baited.
Like I got hardly baited.
go on.
So I got to a pretty significant place in Borderlands, and they were like, "All right, the end coming to you in Borderlands 4," and I was like, "The fuck!" I was really pissed, and it was like 3, 2, 1. They brought me back again. I was like, "Oh." It was one of those things where like, "Oh yeah, you beat the game, but the story's not over, so we'll see you in the sequel."
That sounds like the writing team for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, "Nah, the story's not over." You know.
They had a funny version of that, and you played the what's that game by Insomniac called that one Sunset Overdrive?
Yeah.
You ever play it? You passed it?
Yeah, I remember I literally bought it one day because I was bored.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to buy sooner.
No, well, it's pretty much spoilers. At the ending, there's a part where like you fail the last mission, and they have a funeral for you. But then your character's like, no, that's not how it's ending. He rewinds it and he fixes how he fucked up and accidentally died. So it kind of hit you with like that.
Yeah.
But the one from Sunset Overdrive was more obvious that that wasn't the ending.
Yeah, no, there was
because
like,
you died.
Yeah, I was like,
and you're like, oh.
because they were like, story continues in Borderlands 4, and I was like, motherfucker.
Hey,
you
they
passed
got
it?
No, I saw him past it.
Oh, the other day, I think yesterday they wanted you to replace mine. You're like,
That's because I thought I was at the end.
Oh, okay.
Because I got to a serious boss fight, and I was like, all right, that's the end. I like, that has to be the end. And I was like, nah, you still got a little bits to go.
Nice.
Wow.
That's cool.
I want to get that game so bad. But anyways, what else you got for us, Marcus?
I also got baited by Black Clover.
Jeez, you've been getting
I've been getting baited a lot. So I was watching Black Clover, and they got into like a really epic fight. And I'm like, all right, cool, fight's over. And I was like, all right, cool. And they're like, yeah, fight's not over.
They busted a North Shimaru.
Yeah, there's like, fight's not over. They're going to go attack other people. I was like, all right, fine. And then like the main character's like, they're attacking our village. And then they jump off like in an epic fashion to go save their village. And then that's where they stop. I was like, motherfuckers. Like,
Hey, Savia.
That's the reason I eventually gave in and started reading Demon Slayer, because it's just like those fucking episodes, man.
Oh yeah, whoever was in charge of directing the season 1, they will end them at the worst points ever.
I was like, bro,
why would I say that for the later topics?
I just
Because
had to
that's
throw
just a
that out
fact.
there.
Because we got baited. We got baited into reading a manga, and I don't read that.
You just admitted to reading My Hero.
I know, but that was the only thing. And then I had to read Demon Slayer.
All right, let's jump in. So,
What's going first?
Huh?
What's going first, though?
You know, lead it, dog. Get
Okay,
ready.
I had to make sure. I had to make sure.
Yeah.
Because we look like we were leaning too much to want to talk about anime. Even though this isn't the Weeb podcast. Get out of here, people.
Fucking
We're about to
cool
talk
people, man.
fantasy football.
Oh, actually, how's your fantasy football going?
Poorly.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But I saved myself from an epic trade. Because people be thinking I'm sleeping on that shit, dog. They're trying to trade me. My running back went down, and someone's trying to trade me his backup for Thielen because Thielen had an awful game. But I was like, dog, he gonna bounce back. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but they want to trade Hallman for Thielen. Dude, what the fuck? Right? But yeah.
Anyways, last week,
Completely agree with you, man.
we'll say it was someone's birthday. So the day after, which hit on a Saturday,
Hey.
we all got together at someone else's house for some shenanigans. There may have or may not have been an orgy involved.
There wasn't.
Allegedly.
No, there wasn't.
Allegedly for the censors.
No, there wasn't.
But we were hanging out, and we were towards the end of the night. We were like, what are we going to do? Let's watch a movie. We were scrounging through the lists, and eventually we came upon a couple. We narrowed it down to essentially Alitta. Only Marcus was the only one that saw it. I think you were the only one that saw it prior to that.
Yeah.
So this was his second time. However, everyone else was our first. I guess for all of us, we just figured we'd take this motherfucker off of our list.
Almost everyone had it on their I should watch this list.
Yeah.
On their queue, in their mental queue of movies. That
Yeah, and let me just say, I think you guys mentioned this, but definitely watching it with you guys was the only way I would have ever watched it.
You would have punched out?
Like, I wouldn't even have, I never even considered it that seriously to watch it, but since we were there, like, fuck it, I'll watch it with my boys.
I always had intent to watch it.
Me too. Like, when when I first watched that trailer, not seeing the movie, I'm like, this looks promising. And then I rewatched the trailer after everybody left, and I'm like, damn. It was all there. It was all there. I'm like, shit.
Even without the trailers, the first time I saw the trailer, I was very interested in that movie.
I honestly wasn't.
I wish they would have not done that weird eye shit with the main character, or at least do it to everyone else. It was just weird that she was the only one with the anime eyes.
I think they try to justify it, and
'cause
I get it, but it's like, nah,
It was still,
feeling
yeah,
it.
it's like...
I went and I read a bit of the manga, and the reason why she's like that, I guess she was an android. She was an android since she was a kid, so basically that head model is of her as a child.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why.
Well, that's
But that makes less sense when you see all the other human kids and human android
That's
kids
true.
with normal-
Fair. Like in the
Yeah,
actual
it makes
movie.
sense in drawings that's how they would draw a kid, but you know...
That's fair. But anyways, before we go into it, I'm gonna do Eddie's signature. Big E's signature that he forgot.
What did I do?
Spoiler alert!
Oh, for real.
Because we are gonna jump into Alita. Obviously,
Yeah,
we watched
we're
it.
gonna talk
Yeah,
about
one
the whole
job.
thing.
One job.
But,
Okay, major spoilers for Demon Slayer if you haven't read anything.
yeah, and for Alita, to be honest,
Yes,
we'll give you a timestamp, but it's not that great. You might not want to skip it, but you know, you should probably watch it yourself. But we will spoil it.
So, what are you guys' initial? Let's start with the initial thoughts. Let's not get too much in detail. But what do you think about your first pass over this? And Marcus, will be your second pass.
My first pass, I enjoyed
I guess I can start. So you
Yeah,
guys
he
can
could
see what I'm
say
talking
about how you
Oh
felt
yeah,
his
yeah,
first pass.
yeah. Let's do your
Yeah.
first pass.
My first pass, I enjoyed it
Okay.
because it came when I was watching Ghost in the Shell,
Oh,
the
okay.
animated movie, and then I turned around to watch Lita. So I was like, this is better than I was expecting.
Okay. All right. So my initial pass, before we get too much into detail, was it's ticked off my list. Never got to watch it again. Thank God.
And for me, Rusty, strong start, couldn't keep up the momentum, but it had my boo in it. So
Which one is your boo? Fucking the German guy?
No.
What's his name?
Come on.
I don't.
I always forget his
let me
name,
get
dude.
From
the-
the Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Waltz?
Yeah,
Is he
like,
German?
I think he is.
well,
Or
he
so-
played the German from Inglourious Bastard, and
Christoph
forever.
Waltz sounds pretty fucking German.
So
I don't
good.
know.
I don't know.
I'll fact check that while you guys. Well, Eddie, see me. God damn it!
But I'm
Biggie
talking
gives
about
us
Jennifer
this thing.
Connelly, dog. Come on. Never had
Obviously,
me.
you're talking
Boy.
about Christoph Waltz, homie.
Boy. But yeah, that movie stumbles. I like the intro, but it never kept up that pace, and it faltered at the end.
Definitely.
So that's me.
Yeah, like
Biggie.
it started good. Like I liked it. Okay, it's this guy rebuilds.
I like the world building.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like,
Austrian German.
yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
Yeah,
Alright.
you know what? I guess if you do have to mention it. Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought I was speaking.
Sorry, I thought you were
Damn,
done.
Lois.
Continue,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Like it like I like.
Psych,
how-
fuck this fool stuff. No, I just like I had to. I don't know why I thought I had to.
Great.
I'm a bad friend.
It's all right.
Continue, sir.
Yeah, so I agree with Rusty. Basically, it started off really strong. It's like you're put into this world and everything, you believe. You're believing it. And I think for me, like, the romance part, like, just really took
Yeah.
away from just her personal development
Yeah.
on her own. It's like she's taken by the hand by some douche. And basically, his dream becomes her dream. And it's like,
Yeah.
for reals? Like,
I didn't
this how
even
this
think
gonna
about
go?
that. She's supposed to be like a dope action heroine type
Yeah.
person, but then she's so like, oh, but my man wants this type thing. And it's like, I get that she like part of the story is that she doesn't remember much,
Yeah.
but like that's a good point.
I mean,
she,
low-key, I'd
she
love-
falls too much into his dreams. And it's like, no, you're your own hero.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
Loki, I'd love to have a ride or die like that, but it ain't real.
have you seen that guy who posted a picture of his like wife and he's like, she ain't the cutest, but at least she loyal.
Oh,
You not- I'll find
You
it
know
and
he
send that
did.
later. Yeah, I was like,
He
oh.
did.
But,
that man's a true king. Facts.
All right, so sorry, what I was gonna mention is I guess I didn't really think about it. I did kind of enjoy the world building a little bit of it. One thing that as far as I'm not talking about the manga, I haven't touched it. I'm probably not going to. But as far as the movie goes, I definitely felt like the war they kept talking about seemed a lot more interesting than the actual plot as it stands.
There's a lot of things that like talk about this thing that made us this way now always sounds more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been things where like, that's a cool background thing, but this one's like, I wish that's what this was about.
True. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that definitely would have been it.
And
But,
God, going back to like her following that path, because I read maybe like 2-3 chapters from the manga.
can I stop you before that? So
Yeah.
since you read it, I know you weren't a huge fan of the art, but what do you think? What did you think about the story?
The story had potential, but like we talked about shonens, they were a little slow. It was a little slow.
This was
building.
earlier, so
Yeah, so
Yeah, this was way earlier.
Yeah,
than
so
Slow
it was
as
really
Naruto.
slow, and if they would have kept up the pace a little faster, I would have been content.
fair. Okay,
Yeah.
continue on. Sorry, I just wanted.
Yeah,
to...
so
Sure, question.
with that, like in the manga, just in the first couple of chapters, she's trying to figure out who she is without, say, a love interest, and even in the doctor. Let me get his name. Yeah. Even with Dr. Ido, she's like, you know what? I want my freedom. I want to, be able to know where my memories come, if my memories come back, who I am, and that way just strive to be my own person. So the movie definitely didn't give her that pathway.
God, and what's his fucking little bitch boy guy?
Yeah, can we talk about the biggest issue?
Let's
Hugo?
talk.
Yes.
Before we get, I think the beginning was really promising because a lot of the world building really reminded me of all the trailers and things they've shown for Cyberpunk.
Okay.
Because there was a lot of humans living among cyborgs and people getting like cybernetic enhancements.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was cool that the doctor was giving people legs, and I was like, dude, that's what Cyberpunk's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
This is pretty sick. Alita, she was pretty sick. Besides the weird eye thing, which I get was an artistic choice, but she was nice. She was interesting. She was like a very childlike, but you could tell she was a badass. And seeing it through like her point of view, like that's pretty generic writing. But this was a long time ago, so they had established it before it became generic writing, I feel. And that was cool. But then you meet Hugo. The first time you meet him, you're like, all right, cool, some delivery boy. But fuck, this guy just sucks.
Yeah.
I think literally, if he wasn't in there, I would have liked the movie. I probably would have rated it like over a 5. Right now, we set things, but I would realistically give it maybe a 3 or 4 because I did sit all the way through it. That was mostly because I was with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe I would have put through by myself. But Hugo, his character, his story, it really took away from. I think it took away too much screen time away from Alita.
True.
Yeah.
She was
He's
interesting
the
one.
main
Yeah.
character.
Yeah, so I think that's my. Now that I'm saying that out loud, I think that was. It all just clicked right now.
Yeah. Like I felt Hugo was like the biggest like
Fuck up.
yeah
Fuck up. It's
of
just-
her agency. It's like you don't give her any like it didn't. They wrote her to be with him.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
They wrote
Yeah.
her to be with him.
She ain't the main character.
Yeah.
Oh God! Like him saving her from the security robot. I'm like, he didn't do anything. He got in the way. She was saving the dog, and then telling her, "Oh, no one stand up to one of those before." Like she did it.
You
She
pushed
just
her out of the way.
got the dog. She was fine and walked out of the way.
Yeah, because you see the difference where I guess I didn't have an issue with the doctor babying her. Because, he rebuilt her and he gave her his daughter's name. So that's kind of sweet and it made sense.
Yeah.
And I was like, I get that. Like, he wouldn't let her do certain things, but I get that. He was having, like, a weird, like, I wish my daughter was still alive through you bond. But this Hugh kid, he's just kind of a...
They have no basis.
He's just there and they're like, oh, trust me. You see him? He's going to be the main love interest. And we're like, I guess? Like...
Are you sure?
Yeah.
2 scenes later, we sure. Like,
I'm like, okay, I guess...
Okay, so he
Hugo's
has
integral
a
to the story.
modern day unicycle. He has the black jacket and a bandana.
He's
so
like-
he was supposed to be the
bad boy.
the bad boy heartthrob.
Edgy bad boy
Yeah.
in this crazy world.
generic writing at its worst, and it's like he has no fucking personality. He's just a whiny little fucking bitch, and I think that's where it lost me too. It's like, you're all right, dude. He's like, he had no substance.
Well,
And
I think the worst thing about his personality is when you find out he's actually works for the bad guys, but then he feels bad about it because he's a bad boy, but he's good at heart. He does this for his dream, and he didn't know how bad it was. It's
That's
like
a fucking lie.
that's what I was like.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, and then I was like, you know what, fuck him. But then they had to keep writing Alita like, no, I love him, I gotta pretend. I was like, dude, girl.
You know what?
2019.
You know what would have been dope?
Yeah.
If Hugo was told to like, you gotta get me Alita's heart.
That
That
could
would've
have been
been-
potential, but still a bit of whack. But
I think it would have been hard.
Something.
It would have been hard to
Yeah.
make Hugo cool after the way they started him.
can we acknowledge that apparently they don't have cell phones in the future?
Well, they're kind of
I don't see
getting
it.
It was
by.
actually made in like the early '90s, so I think they had cell phones in like. mine.
Communicators or phones? I don't know, man. Beepers.
They do. Elite and
Maybe
Hugo
the people-
Why,
talk.
why don't they fucking use them?
No, they did.
Oh
use
wait,
them.
they did because
Yeah.
they were
when
connected.
when she was in the tournament during the thing, he
How-
was like, "Hey, they're chasing me."
Why did they fucking use it?
I don't know.
It's clicking.
But then
That's
again,
true, they did have one.
the
Fuck.
technology that they have, it's like it does not recognizable. It's probably so small. It's like probably an implant
Well,
because
the thing
Oh, I
I'm
know,
getting
but
at
he's- yeah.
is the scene that we love is this dude's got to go up to a homeboy and be like, "Hey, I'm done."
Oh yeah, because we said why didn't he
Yeah.
call his friend?
Yeah.
And I guess they did have cell phones, but I don't know, man.
It's just that
It's
thing you
just
gotta do on
weird.
purpose.
you want to talk about that scene? How ridiculously dumb it was.
Yeah,
I ain't getting cut up for any of y'all.
yeah, it's established they have communicator devices of unknown origin, but
Which
they,
made us question their.
But they had a crazy signal because she was able to use hers while in a death race.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that scene, he's supposed to go meet her and watch her show, like her track meet, or what her
first
tryout,
murder
her
ball.
her
Yeah.
tryout. But then instead, he has to go in person, tell his friend while he's pulling a job, a heist or whatever the fuck you call it, about I'm quitting, and it's just I don't do.
Do it after.
Edit out-
after at least.
Edit out Hugo. This movie's like a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Right. And the thing is, like, he's such a dick because he's like, oh, I'm gonna skip out on my girl's performance, and I'm also gonna, like...
Break my best boy's heart. And it was a Saturday, and Saturday are for the boys. He was gonna go to his girl's thing. Sorry, I'm mad now. I'm mad now.
If he wasn't bad before,
Yeah.
he is now.
I really think Hugo's character
Just
really,
sucks.
it just kind of brought down the whole... It took away too much screen time and character development from Alitta.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked her, like I said. She was like, that's one of those things where I like where you have a crazy cool world and you're kind of experiencing it through the first time through the main character.
Uh-huh.
But then it just felt like forced and rushed.
I will say what I didn't like, though. I think besides the fact that Alitta was basically kissing Hugo's feet, the next worst thing I hate is that stupid ass speech she gave for no fucking reason to all the.
Oh, when she went to the bounty hunter
that was
bar,
unnecessary. As
Oh,
hell.
yeah.
and she tried to rally them. We're like, "Whoa, you're doing a speech?
I'm
like
like,
that's
who
already
the
the
fuck
movie
are you?
after no one knows who you are."
Yeah, like what'd you
Exactly.
do? I was like, what? So that was very, very
That was cringy.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
So,
That was cringy.
yeah. So all those listeners out there, Sergio's mom.
Hey,
What are
welcome
they
back.
called? Just bounty hunters? There was a name for them, wasn't
I
there?
forgot that.
Well, whatever.
Hunter Warriors.
Hunter
Hunter
Warriors,
Warriors,
which
which
is
is
different from a bounty hunter because they had bounty hunters there.
No, Hunter Warriors were bounty hunters.
No, because they
technically.
called the other guys bounty hunters, and then they called these guys.
What other guys?
Remember in the race, the two big dudes, they called those guys specifically bounty hunters, and then Hunter Warriors were the other guys.
I'm not sure.
Maybe different jurisdictions. Maybe bounty hunters could go abroad
I
there.
have no idea. Well, point is, the Hunter Warriors. She walks into this fucking the hub of the Hunter Warriors. I guess are the badasses of this world. And this is literally their own. Her only interaction with them at all.
She
Yeah.
had met one before, I think.
I think she just saw him in
the
passing.
cool Mayan did. She never met him.
Hold on, no, I wanted to bug
Oh,
Eddie with
okay.
that.
I didn't know you're.
Eventually. But
We'll get on
to
the
that.
pan.
So the point is, I think she only saw him in passing.
Oh yeah, and they talked about. his
Yeah,
sword.
and then she goes and has no interaction besides that, and then just starts giving him this speech of being a hero, and it's like no one knows who you are. There's no basis for you to do this. It's like what the fuck, and then they just started brawling. I guess they just needed an excuse to start a fight. Oh, it was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, because you have what was that main bad guy's name? Big buff robot.
dude, I
the
forgot.
butcher, the wrecker, the something.
It was
That nigga
something
dead. That's
pretty
what
easy.
Grosky. I think it had a G.
Yeah.
It was pretty easy to
Gronkowski.
say. I just can't
Not
remember.
Gronk.
Grinker. Greeny. Shout out to
We're fact checking.
the Maze Runner.
Maze Runner. Oh, I fucking love Maze Runner. Let's not get into that, but I love that fucking series. Like a good
Hey,
example of a good
That
teenage
bar
movie.
scene though, if they make a spin-off with the dog warrior hunter, I'd watch that. Let's be real. If they made a prequel
Oh,
of the war,
Greshka? Yeah,
Oh, yeah, there we
Greshka.
go. Greshka.
Yeah.
Greshka,
Greshka. Like,
Greshka wasn't even that cool.
He wasn't. He
Every
was
time he showed up, he lost an arm.
or an eye.
Or
Or
an eye,
something.
something.
He's got beat. Every
Yeah.
time.
Greshka was like
It's just a
useless
punching
as
bag.
fuck. Yeah, you know what? They made him. I think this falls into like this like total design, but it's such a lame design where they make him a badass. So all they really do is just make him big. And it's like that's really nothing to. Again, no character, no substance, none of that other stuff that makes the character badass.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
he's
this
big.
guy's cool. Why? No, just look at him. Like, oh, you're not gonna show or tell us why?
He's just he's just, and this is one of those examples. Like he's not even a good antagonist or
Did he have a
whatever.
mohawk? I don't remember.
That was
no,
Okay.
no. But that was your boy who had a fucking mohawk.
I don't remember. I remember a
You know how
mohawk.
they, you know how they always
I don't.
got on that guy, Sapan, for putting money on his face? Well, he basically lowridered his back. You know, with the Astro
Damn it, you beat me
calendar.
to it. Fuck!
Oh, we're talking about the Mexican guy?
Yeah. Because you brought up the mohawk, so
Yeah.
I wanted to bring up so back to Biggie's favorite character.
He was so cool, Biggie.
Oh, his favorite character.
He
No, you're
represented
right.
us, man. It was
Man.
like watching me up in the movies.
for real, you're right?
You know what?
It was
He
an
probably
eye
could have
roll.
been. He probably could have been like Sergio or Rusty. He's just light skinned as fuck with an English accent for some reason.
That's true. Hey, I did used to watch a lot of BBC, mate.
But that was.
They didn't even give him a proper mustache. They
He
gave
had a
him like
fucking shitty little.
Little
Soul
goatee.
patch.
goatee.
Oh,
Yeah,
so it was the soul patch, I guess.
yeah.
I think it was a soul patch. And I hate
Soul patch or
patches.
goatee.
I,
And I'm like, no, you know, like give him like the Zapata like
Two
mustache.
things I hate in this
super big
world.
Down.
soul patches and chin straps. They're disgusting.
What the hell is a chin strap?
The thing
Sergio,
that's
go
nice.
shave and show him.
No, thank you.
You shave all this and just keep it like a legit chin strap.
oh,
And
okay.
it looks disgusting. But anyways, I really part of me wanted to see if I can find out why this decision was made, but then the other part of me, like, I'm not gonna give them any more views than they need. Fuck it, I don't really care. But
Obviously,
the question is, I kind of do, but I don't really want to go down. Like, I just like, why did they decide to do that? Like, give this fucking English guy a fucking Mayan or Aztec calendar on his back. It's like, is there a reasoning or a basis that you're gonna try to defend it?
I already told you guys the reasoning, dog.
He stole the body.
What's up, dog?
It's just like other white dudes named Chad getting tribal things. They're not Hawaiian, they're like The Rock, but they just get them because they're
Fair.
cool.
That's fair.
That's
like-
fair.
Like, to be honest, if
Fair.
you're white, a Mayan calendar probably looks kind of cool.
Fair.
For us, it just looks like your mom's decor. So, you know, at least they're
That's true.
at least they're
You
loving
know
their
what?
shit.
You're right. That's fair. So when you're hitting it from the back, you get that fucking feeling of mom home.
Yeah, and then you're
This guy.
and when you're hitting it from the back, you're like, maybe the 2012 count was wrong. Maybe it's gonna be over next year.
You start doing math
can
equations
study
on
that
his
shit,
back
yeah.
with marker and shit.
But you know what? If white people stop getting tribal tattoos or like Japanese characters that they think mean something, I'll be cool if they move on to Mexican shit and Aztec shit. Because at least, you know, they'll look at us and they'll be like, hey, check this out. And I'll be like, this motherfucker. That's like, give him a thumbs up. So, you know, I'm cool with it, man.
Definitely, dude. Like, I'm just curiously, how bad did your wife fucking hate it afterwards?
She
Like,
was just like,
I know she was hating it badly.
yeah. She was like, that was ridiculous. She did not enjoy seeing that. It's like, oh, so
Hey, man.
that's what they count as representation for us.
If they steal our culture, that means we're doing something right, man.
There
That's
was
fair.
no black people in there, so
The
There
main
was
villain was
some-
black.
he wasn't black.
He was black as fuck.
He was a scientist.
And it was that
His
dope
homie
actor
was
from
like
Moonlight.
real.
His homie was
I
It
always
was
forget his name.
blue.
I'm not gonna try to remember his name because I'm a
I
fucking
know he
butcher.
was.
But
don't
yeah,
know
they even
his
had his friend that
character.
got cut in half. He was black. He
He
just
was
light skinned
mixed.
as fuck.
He was mixed.
Yeah, he could have been cute.
So the black guy gets controlled by
Yeah,
the
Vector
white guy.
guy.
Vector. I forgot.
That's the
Yeah.
guy.
What was the actor's name?
Damn, I can't pronounce this.
I know if I see it, I can pronounce it.
Huh, I don't remember it being that.
Was it Marsala Ali?
Yeah, some shit. I'm not sure. If
I heard it once, a couple times, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, I
Blade.
butchered it. I'm
But
sorry.
he's really good. Moonlight
Moonlight.
will be
What up,
late
Blue?
soon.
Unfortunately, probably not in a movie.
What?
Wasn't in a series.
No,
most
I think
likely.
that's it.
No, it's gonna be a movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
is
that
it?
movie.
In that case, I need to see blood. But
Yeah,
anyways,
yeah, if it's not rated R, we don't want it.
yeah, let's
Fuck you, Disney, and fuck you for bringing back Spider-Man. We had hoped he died.
You hoped he died.
So let's see. All right, so I guess we all established we like the world building, but is there anything else that you guys did like about this movie besides that? And you said you liked Alita as a character,
Alita,
kinda,
or like,
but
you
anything
know,
else you guys enjoyed? I'm trying to think. Like
Jennifer Connelly, I guess. She still looks good as fuck. She's like 50 now, and she's still like banging. She's still number 2 when it comes to actresses.
Who's your number 1?
Rachel McAdams. Shout out. Hit me up, baby.
I swear to God,
That's such a.
if this
He
works,
yeeted that shot.
like imagine like a couple months later, and then you just she hits you up. That'd be like the wildest shit ever. I'd be like, bro,
That only ever happened if she gets in a coma and her mom's like, I'm gonna put you random podcasts, maybe I'll bring you back. And she hears that and she's like, whoop. I'll be like, whatever, girl, we're here for her now. We're here for her forever.
oh God.
Okay,
But
so
what did you guys? Did you guys actually enjoy anything?
I enjoy like the so the one thing that they did is they were trying to establish too much stuff in the world really fast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there's trying to establish the bounty hunters, and that there's like, you know, like there's androids, but there's also just regular robots who take instructions, and then exploring the sport and how people actually live down in the cities, right? And I think if they would have focused on like, hey, maybe just using the game as a segue to actually, you know, build Alita's story up instead of using Hugo, you could have seen more interactions with her in the world. Because that game, you know, like it's in the middle of people struggling, so they're using this as a way to get out of their bad financial situations, and then you could see the shady stuff that they're doing. And I really did enjoy the game.
Yeah,
I wish
the
it was
game-
just explained a little
True.
better.
The game was interesting when they first introduced it, but then compared to how they played in the street, they made it longer and more complex and like more deadly for no reason, and that
It
took
was
away
a
from it.
little
'Cause
convoluted.
I like
what's
when they
going
first
on?
showed it in the street, like, oh, you do laps. It's kind of like the Jet Set Radio game with the ball.
Yeah.
Like, you dunk it, you go on the thing. But in the actual professional game, there's ramps, you're curving
I think they were
curves,
going for
you're
the
going-
wow effect. Just to see all those like animations.
and they're killing each other almost pretty much to a point. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, a little too far. It could have been cool.
You know. Okay, so this is like a side note. Like, what I didn't understand, you guys can probably like give me an answer, maybe if you guys understood it. But the fact that Alita was using towards the end, she was using that game to try to get access to that fucking city.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Yeah.
you think he would have been like, nah?
No, that's the one rule. That
But he seems to be in charge of everything. He could just be
he's
like,
not in charge
nah.
of. He's not in charge of
Public opinion. It
Yeah.
might be
Yeah.
like in World War Hulk, where the Red King, or in Planet Hulk, where the Red King. Spoilers for Planet Hulk, probably. I doubt it. You should know what you're getting into. Where they're like, "Hey, this guy, he's standing up to you." It's like, "Yeah, but I can't execute him because then people will
Gladiator.
start to." Yeah,
Fair.
because
Okay,
then
fair.
it's Gladiator. Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
Planet
Yeah.
Hulk is based on. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay,
like Gladiator's
fair,
like maybe she's already people know her. If I did something grimy, they might rise up. I could probably destroy the rise up, but it's not worth it because I built too long to get them here.
Fair.
Type shit.
Okay.
I think that's why it is kind of goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
I
fair.
did like part of the world that there's like a floating city and then there's like the slums in the bottom.
Mhm.
But yeah, mostly everything I like was world building. World building, I mean.
I do. I guess just on a side note, I do like some. What's up?
We gotta talk about those flashbacks, and I know every time we saw a flashback, we were like, "That was dope."
Yeah, because
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that was part of the world building because
Yeah.
that's like, it builds up of why there's the slums in Great City. Because
Yeah.
apparently there was I don't even know what this other army was. Were they aliens?
Just-
or
They were
just
Martians.
Martians. There was a
Martians.
colony in Mars. They were terraforming Mars. I read a bit of the
Yeah.
thing.
So they were
the-
just humans that
the
terraformed
manga.
Mars.
Does
okay,
anyone know
nice.
if Mars survived, or is it still a thing?
That's the question I would want to get answered.
So you see, that's what I think. They build up a lot of interesting things, but I don't know. I doubt it because I don't know why you attack a city through the ground if you could come from Mars. We talked about this after we saw the movie.
Yeah.
But like I said, if they make a prequel, I'll probably watch that.
I'd
real.
fuck with it. I'd fuck with
That
it.
was kind of sick.
But
exclusively Martian.
yeah.
The Martian War.
so some of the things that I liked,
Shout out to Under's game.
I'm so mixed viewpoints on that. I was like, do I like it or do I not like it? I don't know.
What?
Leave it on top.
And Ender game.
Oh, Ender
but
game.
I just
I
wanted
like
to
the
mention
visual
it 'cause
effects.
of-
I'm getting off
Oh,
topic. I don't give a fuck.
I just-
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to
Initially,
mention.
those
I was
space
gonna,
battles
I
were
was gonna
sick.
ask you if you read the book.
Nah,
I
I'm not a
tried to
nerd.
read the book, and
Sorry.
it was just like,
I couldn't take that little white boy
I
seriously.
would have liked the movie more if that white kid had bulked up because he kind of looked like a lanky little nerd. And I wish he
But-
couldn't beat him
well,
up.
did they explain in the movie
By,
that they
by
got like,
Rico from the Disney
chips in their
Channel.
brains to help them process and learn shit faster?
Sort of. They
don't
talked
remember.
about how they were like gifted and they had all these special classes. I don't remember.
Yeah, like
I visually, if you ever show me those space battles in a different something, I'd be like, oh, that was sick. Oh, that's from another game. Oh yeah, I remember that from it. But
True.
Back on topic.
But
Alita.
anyways, so
Yeah.
I guess what I liked about it, I did like a lot of the designs as far as like the city goes. I think had a pretty unique look to it. And like, okay, this is the slums or whatever it was called. Like, this is it.
That's Iron City.
Huh? Iron City. There you go.
Yeah,
Iron
yeah,
City. Like, it had a distinct look. Although it was kind of generic in the dystopian aspect, but overall I thought it was cool. Some of the cyborgs or mechs were actually pretty dope. I was like, dude, I fuck with this pretty hard. Like the designs and how they were built together. It's not just like cobbled together. So I was digging it.
Did they explain in the manga why they all live in that city when the outside realm of that city has a bunch of greenery and it looks
Shit,
very
I don't
inhabitable?
No, they
No.
like I didn't
Maybe
get
they
that
do
point.
later,
Yeah.
but remember when they went to go visit that ship?
I forgot.
That place was like green and lavish.
Yeah.
There was water. I was like, "Yo, live here, dog. Fuck that floating
Yeah,
city.
For real, dude. I was
Exactly.
like, what the fuck?
Build a shack."
I'm like,
I need to
start
go.
farming.
Yeah,
You'll
like
live
Jesus,
better.
no
Dude,
potatoes. Hashtag the
seriously.
Martian.
Exactly.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, so as far as the design aspect, I thought some of them were pretty unique. Alita, besides the fucking whole eyes, I did like the body that they had, like the Martian one. I thought that was pretty
That
dope.
was cool.
Yeah, and that whole dude, the Martian just sounds like so badass. Like the whole thing that just like conformed to what she saw herself as, like, bruh. But yeah, I think that's the only other thing I probably. Oh, Christoph Waltz, I did like his character, Ito.
He was cool until he looked goofy as fuck with that hammer. Though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
that,
get him something more realistic. Maybe that's an homage to the manga.
Dude,
Yeah,
I think
that
it
hammer
was.
was that.
but
that was.
But that looked a bit too goofy.
It was like, bro.
Yeah, that was like some 90s anime shit.
That was a little too much of an homage. Like, you already have the eyes. Like, come on.
They could probably like made it smaller.
They could have made it smaller so it looked like he
Like,
could actually swing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know I had a rocket, but still, like.
And with the rocket, I'm like, that's just gonna add extra force, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but-
yeah.
They could have done better.
They
but
could have modified.
I did definitely like. I think he was another kind of enjoyable character for me. And the dog. The dog was pretty badass.
Oh,
The dog
yeah,
bounty
shout out,
hunter.
yeah, dog bounty hunter.
He was cool.
That's pretty cool.
He
All
should've
right,
been
Marcus.
second.
What about you, man? Did you enjoy anything? Oh, you liked it. What about your second pass?
Oh, yeah. How do you feel about it after hearing us bitch about it, though?
That's the best question.
That's what I'm mostly
Yeah.
curious, because.
Did we just ruin it for you?
No, because everybody has shit taste in movies.
That's true.
Oh, I'd be very offended if you weren't probably correct.
No,
Well, everyone but me, but he's right.
no, you have shit taste in movies.
I don't know.
But no, what do you think?
You
Though?
watch-
Bangers.
You
do.
pitch bangers
You
that
do.
make you cry. So no.
Second pass. What do you
I
think?
do watch garbage, but I pitch
Yeah.
bangers.
He knows what to recommend, and that's
Second pass-
That's
the
why
good
I know
thing.
what I
It
watch.
made me.
Yeah,
Second
yeah.
pass, Hugo actually stood out more.
That's probably us not shitting the fuck up about it. And you're probably like, these fuckers.
Yeah, because like if you don't pay attention to Hugo, you're just like, okay, he's just there.
Yeah, if
Well,
you.
here's the thing on that. Like, I'm not talking shit, but it's kind of hard not to pay attention because
It
he's
actually-
like so prominent.
No,
He's not.
What Marcus, to be honest, I wouldn't have bagged on him or cared as much if I wasn't watching it with you guys and we kept climbing on each other. Time someone said something about Hugo, I was like, yeah, fuck you. So it was kind of a mob mentality. To be honest, if I watched it alone, I might have felt differently. Maybe if I saw it twice, I would have been more annoyed with Hugo. But we did kind of mob mentality, Hugo.
I guess so.
Like, honestly, no, I was annoyed when he was like, "Oh, let me show you my favorite place," and he takes you to that broken down cathedral. It's like, look at that up there. I'm like, for real?
He was annoying there, but if I watched it by myself, I would have been like, this cheesy fucker. But when we watched it together, this fucker, yeah, kill him! Mob mentality. So I'll give Marcus that.
Okay.
We did when he was being
We did
chased,
jump on him,
and
so-
you guys jumped on that. I was like, yeah, I like jumping on shit. Like if you
I
get me started,
can't for a fact.
Let's be honest.
I can't for a fact say that I maybe I wouldn't have bashed on him so much, but I did dislike him from when he saved Alita. From then on, I kind of like, oh, I'm not liking this
That
character.
save,
but-
I'm like, bro, you didn't do anything.
Yeah,
like,
so
honestly,
I can't say that I probably wouldn't have bagged him as so much, but I can't say that if I watched it solo, I wouldn't have found him annoying.
That
'cause I don't
dialogue was
know.
so
No, you'll
bad.
still find him annoying, but
Yeah, but he wouldn't stand out.
he stood out
Maybe,
as soon
who
as he
knows?
said, "You're so brave. No one's done that."
That
I'm
was
like,
kinda
bro,
goofy.
That was
she
what-
just walked in the street.
That's
to
what
pick up
had
the
me. And I
dog.
shut.
Low key, that dog was pretty.
No,
that
yeah.
dog was gonna die like that free
Like a
Tibet guy
gangster
from the
dog.
train.
to
from the
be
tank
honest,
thing.
the reason I can ignore Hugo is because Hugo reminds me of Sasuke.
Hey, he is edgy.
Yeah, so
Here's what makes me wonder if I could have, because the moment, like, we keep going back to that scene, I think from then on, I would have noticed him, and then throughout the movie, he's such a prominent character. Like, could I have really ignored him? I don't know at this point, because I already watched it with y'all, so I'm up in the air on that one. But I know we definitely, it definitely is tenfold from what I could have.
Oh yeah, we did mob
we did
mentality.
fucking
also,
wrecked this
I,
dude.
watching-
I'm like, yes, everybody's on board with hating this guy. Dope, because I don't like him.
And I was just watching the movie like, man, as soon as someone says something, that means I can talk again. And I'm like, yell.
Because you guys were having a blast.
No,
I was
it's 'cause-
like, I wish I was sitting back there.
Fuck that, Hugo.
Because sometimes I feel bad when we're watching movies no one's ever seen. I'm like, I should be respectful of their time, and they've never seen this movie. And I'm like, I want to just yell and talk.
I did too.
Right?
So once because when I watch a movie with Myra, I straight up like start talking shit about it if it's bad, and she's like, "Shut up, you're ruining the movie." Well, I'm like, it's already bad.
Yeah. But I try to be respectful of people watching a movie.
You see someone sneezing.
part of
Yeah,
me
fuck
wants-
Hugo.
Yeah, like, hey, where's the restroom? Fuck you! Yeah! Like, oh,
Yeah.
that way, done.
The worst part where it pisses Myra off is like there's like this really bad emotional moment. I'm like, I don't believe it. And she's in it. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I'll calm down.
Yeah. Hugo, fix Hugo, and that movie could have been better. I think
Hugo
that's the takeaway for me.
The takeaway is he's dead, so hopefully they don't get a sequel, but at least if they do, they don't have Hugo.
Hey,
Let's be real.
he died following his dreams.
Apparently.
I watched the sequel.
You know what?
I'm not gonna lie.
I
I'd be
would-
curious.
You know
Oh
what?
my god, I'm like, I don't want to
I guess-
watch that sequel, but because one of the boys wants to do it, I'll hop on that.
I kind of have to. If you
I'll
guys
even do
it.
the Alitta pose.
Yo, okay. So this is kind of like behind the scenes. We're technically relaunching. These might be a bit longer, maybe. Who knows? So we're doing that bi-weekly now. We'll see how that goes, but we're gonna start watching things to review things in more detail. I'm waiting for Hobbs and Shaw. We're watching that. I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've
That's-
already
yeah.
seen it.
I don't want to watch it alone, Marcus. We have to make that one of them because I can't see it alone.
I'm down.
Okay.
I'm so down.
And
Yeah.
we're allowed to talk. I don't give a fuck about your feelings.
so
I put on the subtitles. I'm talking during Hobbs and Shaw. That's on the roasted.
I'm
And
so
that
down
and
for
the girl
that.
in it is hot as hell, so I want to watch it.
She
Anyway.
is.
Yeah, she
I don't
is.
know who. I forgot
Oh,
who it is.
dang.
I don't know her name, but she cute.
But-
She knows how the trailers.
The one props I'm gonna give Hugo, just one. He woke up in a robot body, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna go climb shit." I probably would have freaked out for like a whole fucking a couple years. Like, oh,
Okay.
fuck.
But it's not in your world, you know. In his world, it was normal. He knew
No,
it was a
okay.
possibility.
It's a possibility, but
honestly,
I feel like
I'm,
this.
I'm with Lois. If they replace my body right now, if you see me, even though I'm 6'8" and buff, I'm actually not. If they replace this body, I'd be like, sick. Thanks for the upgrade.
No.
But he was actually in shape. If they replace that body, if I had his body in the movie and they replace that, I'd be like, damn, dog, what you give me down there? That's all I gotta know.
Okay.
Just packing.
Because
Okay.
I think Alitta said that she could feel shit now, and
Yeah.
she wanted to bang, and she was over 18.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring that up.
I was gonna bring it up.
I'm bringing that up.
I was going to when we were watching. We're like, oh shit, Myra's
I
here.
actually said that shit. I'm like, hey, tactile feeling.
Yeah.
And she could shape it however she wants.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I wanted to jump on that so bad. I was like, I don't think it's appropriate.
I
man.
wasn't
I think I said the joke and Myra straight up laughed, and I don't know if it was you, someone in the, I think it was Rusty who heard me in the back.
That was definitely me, but I do try and censor myself because when it comes to sexual jokes, I do go a little too far. But you know what? She's over 18 in that movie. She was like 300.
But besides that, like honestly, like I know this was like a world, but his world it might be a little bit normal, like for an arm or a leg. But I feel like there still would be some sort of like. Obviously, this is us reading
Honestly,
too much into this.
No.
Well,
But
you
there'd
are,
be
because-
some. There'd be like I think there'd be like some.
To be completely
huge,
honest, think about it like this.
This-
They probably told him, "Hey, yo, we're gonna give your robot body because we're about to cut your head off."
They
Dude,
did
he
tell him
was
before.
passed out, wasn't he?
No,
No.
they stabbed him and he was
Yeah.
still kind of breathing for a while. When
thought
they,
he was,
when
like,
they,
out.
When they met
That
up
is
with
true.
Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah, I thought he
Yeah.
was out.
But
out.
actually, he has a point that I wouldn't have mind if I was just stabbed and I woke up. That's it. I woke up like I was just stabbed.
But no, like the shock of just seeing, oh fuck, I think that would have been like something like.
Maybe, but
So- Yeah.
but maybe in his thing, he felt like, dude, I almost died, and now I'm here.
I guess the relief, maybe. Maybe it would have came later if you.
Yeah, maybe later when he tried
Yeah.
to pee.
And the thing is, like all the bounty hunter androids would walk around and they don't have any junk. It was like normal in their world. It's like, well, whatever, bro.
Don't make it sound too normal. I'd be freaked out.
in their world, in their world,
No,
I'm like,
hey.
no, literally, if I was put in a robot body, I'm like, I don't have anything else. I'm like, you should have let me die at that point.
I think I would have been like an experience just to see where life went if we were to the point where we could do that to see what's coming. But yeah, definitely I would have like that whole mentality. my mind probably would have broken, and I don't know if I survived that my mind broken. Then let's see what the future holds.
Sure.
Yeah.
But anyways, what did you not like about it besides Hugo? I don't know if we got.
Well,
one
you
from you.
originally liked it. Was there anything you disliked?
Yeah.
originally?
On the, like,
Besides Hugo.
on the
On your
first,
first or second, either one.
I didn't like Vector,
Was it black guy?
the black guy. Yeah,
Why?
because he didn't. He had his own plan, but then when I realized his plan was old boy's, Edward Norton's plan.
Yeah, I thought he was more of a baller, like
True.
making his own moves, but it turns out he could just get control. Then,
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Yeah.
yeah, it did take away from him. Because the main, well, first off, the manga was good because I couldn't tell that was Edward Norton.
I thought.
I didn't know it was Edward Norton until
I
I saw
couldn't
it.
tell because the
Sorry.
first time they showed him with the glasses and stuff, I was like, he looks goofy as hell. So he
Oh,
doesn't
the
even
ma-
look
yeah.
The
interesting.
main villain is Edward. I didn't.
Nova.
No, but yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Nova wasn't cool looking or intimidating.
He had like a weird little mohawk.
Yeah.
Type thing. Not mohawk, fucking
Well,
mullet type
he
thing.
had like a little evil genius from the 80s type thing,
mullet.
Mm-hmm.
which probably makes sense because of the manga.
True.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then Vector, he seemed intimidating, like he didn't give a fuck. He would walk around, do his shit. But then you found out he was also just kind of like a big pawn who didn't do anything himself either.
Yeah.
So that was a bit. I'll give Marcus. I didn't even think about that. I was hating Hugo so much. I forgot
Yeah, same.
about
True.
every other
That's
character.
true. Okay,
And then-
that's true.
I hated not Vector, not the guy who was controlling Vector.
Nova.
Nova. I hated Nova by the end of the movie because he just was killing people for like no legitimate reason.
It's a power play. I think he lives up there. It doesn't affect him. So
I know.
that I could like. All right.
And like the whole stupid line where like the only way to go up to the city is in a box.
No, straight from Malibu's Most Wanted.
Does anyone know what they do with those body parts?
He
I'm sure it's in the manga.
I think
Yeah.
he
Does
just
anyone,
like
did
looks-
anyone look at it?
I read like there's like 3 parts of that manga, and the part that I was reading was like Alitta gets to the city, and it turns out that basically when you get to the city and you become like an adult, they literally take your brain off and they basically upload it into like a freaking what would it be, like hard drive, and stick it in your head. So they take your brain out, put that, and that's running your central nervous system or whatever.
Yeah,
so you're
fuck.
controlled.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like you're basically an android with just a machine brain, but organic body parts.
Maybe we don't need a sequel.
True.
I don't know how that
For real.
sounds.
And then like,
I'm like, I don't know
the
how
guy
excited I am.
Nova, he's like, oh yeah, man, like you can't kill me because I somehow created some shit where if someone kills his body, it ends up like the air could carry around his memories and transfer it to another body. I'm like, so you're unkillable.
Kind of like Sephiroth?
No, kind of like Naraku.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that really
You
like.
know what?
After I read that, I'm like,
I'm glad anime got better.
I'm like,
And mangas.
I'm like, I'm not gonna read this any further.
I am punching out you guys. Fucking insert Marcus
Yup.
meme. I'm out.
Aight, I'm out.
But I don't know, man. I think that covers it for me for Alita, dude. Fuck that movie. Glad I saw it with my boys, not by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That ending shot, I'm like, no way. They think they're getting a part 2.
Loser's Quest 5 out of 10. Watch it if you have friends to watch it with.
I would not recommend that movie.
Watch it with friends though.
You can watch anything.
I guess,
with
yeah,
friends.
with friends. You can
That's
watch
why-
anything with
Yeah,
friends.
you
Watch
can
it with
anything
friends.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna see Hobbs and Shaw by myself. But with
I'd say
friends,
it's better than Ghost in the
I'm
Shell.
looking forward to it. I will see that. I haven't seen that either.
We could talk about that at some point.
No.
We should watch it.
Yeah, I've never seen
All
it.
right, I'll
Have you
watch.
seen it?
I'll be down to watch
Yeah,
it
I've
again.
seen it. I'm
Oh.
down to rewatch
Am I the
it.
only one that hasn't seen it?
Yeah.
Nah, I need backup. I can't be the only new one watching it yelling. Because I'll yell and y'all be like, oh, make an eye like you don't know. But like, fuck y'all. Hobbs and Shaw coming at you. For sure.
That's gonna be a fun one.
Now let's talk about something we do like.
Something we do like. Who wants to-
Hentai!
And
Woot woot!
Demon Slayer.
I'm punching out.
Big anime titties.
Hey, Freedom Boys. I don't know why I went
Why are they
Jamaican.
boys?
Anime titties. Oh, I love those fucking memes. Where it's like you see the little white kid like when your mom's out, and you just like that fast speed camera to the fucking Google search anime titties.
Oh, yeah.
But we're gonna talk about our new
Obsession.
shonen,
My new obsession.
huh?
My new obsession.
yeah,
Our new obsession.
that's Sergio's obsession.
I don't know if it's
Nah,
your guys'
Sergio's-
obsession.
Sergio's
I was
obsession.
obsessed.
But it's my obsession, dog. I went through that whole in like 5 days time from catching up to the anime.
So
and then
Rusty's
catching up
new
to
obsession and our minor addiction.
No, not minor to me.
No, I could say I was addicted.
Yeah, this guy went through it almost as fast as I did.
I was just like, anime's done. I'm like, I need more.
Well,
like, the pillars
we
just got
haven't even
introduced. I
fucking
need
said
more.
the name yet. Demon Slayer, you guys.
He said
Demon
it like
Slayer.
3 times.
Did you?
Yeah.
Hey, probably, I don't know.
Right
I
after
said a lot
anime
of
I don't
bullshit.
remember. Demon Slayer or who knows the Japanese name? Sergio, handle.
Oh, Kimetsu something.
Ah, you bitch.
I forget the name.
Something Kimetsu no Yaiba?
Kimetsu no Yaiba. I
Oh,
know
whatever.
Kimetsu is the beginning part.
Yeah, Kimetsu.
Kimetsu no, I'm pretty sure. Shit.
Yaiba! So we're going to talk
He
about
lost
Demon
highness.
Slayer.
We're gonna talk about Demon Slayer 2, a spoilery effect, and let's keep it to the show, and then we'll have a second spoiler because we have read
True.
past the show.
True.
So right now, just the anime
The animes. Alright, initial thoughts?
Actually, spoilers.
of the manga or the
No,
show?
the anime.
Yeah, you
Oh yeah,
just
the
mentioned
anime.
it.
That's cool. You could spoil them. Show right now on the fuck Musan and the chick.
Yeah,
body. Is that what you're trying
so
to say?
initial thoughts. I'll start this
Oh.
one just so.
Do you not want to?
No.
Do you not want to? Wait, what?
Oh fuck Musan when he shows up as a chick.
No.
You don't, dog? This
No.
guy's weird. This guy's weird.
He had that weird hand thing. Alright. Let's do it
This guy's weird.
Okay.
Initial thoughts.
About that love pillar.
For let me. Oh, she's fucking badass. Like everything aside, she's such a badass. I forgot her name. Initial thoughts of Demon Slayer. I guess as a series or just a couple episodes. What do you think?
That's quite a series and what made you watch it, I guess.
All right,
Quick
so
little.
initial thoughts. It is fucking amazing. The pacing's great. At least I thought so. The animation is fucking top. And what got me into it? Dude, did you get me into it? No, I don't think you did. Not the anime, at least.
Nah, I know I talked a lot about it.
Yeah, you and Marcus got me into it.
So,
Because you guys were talking about
I talked
it.
to Eddie before
Yeah.
before Eddie saw it. It's because me and Marcus talked about
Okay,
it a lot.
so I definitely.
I don't know if you were watching it already by the time we got.
Yeah, so I watched a couple episodes before you started, but I never continued it because I saw a couple of. I saw it on the memes. Probably.
I know I probably when I found out you had watched some of it. I'm pretty sure I begged you to watch it and read it so I could talk to someone.
You were
about it.
on me. I'm like,
I was
dude,
like,
start it.
please.
And did
Start
he
it,
beg me
start
it.
the things I had
Because
on
you-
you?
because
I was
you
like,
wanted to-
I'll do to you what I want Musan to do to me, dog. Please, please.
But well, anyways, what got me into it was like the first couple episodes that I did see. Like I think it was the first 2 episodes when they first uploaded to the official website that I use. That's official that I pay for. Yes? Question mark.
Yeah, see, that makes it sound like it's not official.
I feel like you could have just lied and
You
said.
could have.
Yeah.
You didn't have to say that.
Anyways, well, whatever.
It's
so,
okay, you're
so
not
the first
hurting
2
the economy.
episodes, yeah, the first 2 episodes, I saw, and I did like them. I think they were when they were first getting released, but then I stopped because I was just watching other shit, and the reason I jumped back on it is because I think you did. You kind of kept bugging me, and I just like fucking let me go back and finish it.
Pretty annoying.
Or at the very least, I
Yes,
started
you are.
watching it. No, you know what it was? I think it was because it was around the time that I started Fire Force.
I gotta watch that. But
Fire.
that's a
Okay,
different
no, okay.
conversation.
And I remember what happened. So I basically I needed something new to watch, and I seen the Fire Force and Demon Slayer, being thrown around. So I checked them out, and then I slowly started watching them along with this other one called Given, and then I kind of like on and off, and then you got into it, and then that's when I just went full blown into the animes.
Good.
Yeah,
It was domino effect for me. It's like
Domino.
heard Marcus and
Eddie,
Rusty
no,
No,
talk
you were
about it,
right
I'm
the first.
like,
You were right the first time.
I don't see color. And then I heard you get on it. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be out of the loop if I
Well,
don't
to be
come
honest,
in and
We
watch
hadn't
it.
hung out as much because of our sabbaticals, but by the time Eddie saw me, I was like 180 chapters into that shit. And I was like, dog, this thing. How you been? Dude, this thing. You want to know how I've been? Dude, this show. So, it kind of just happened.
We may have kidnapped him and made him watch it too.
For me, it was actually thank you to Facebook.
And
They,
Face?
they had a clip, like, randomly.
Oh.
Oh
I
yeah,
was
that,
scrolling of episode 4 with that exam guy, and I saw the water effects, and I was like, I don't know what this is, but I like water particle effects. And then episode 1, I was like, alright. Episode 2, Nezuko turns tiny and crawls into that basket. I was like, I stands this show. I will die for this show. I will die for Nezuko, and that was it.
The only reason we need to keep watching is Nezuko running.
Nezuko,
God,
no, that first time Nezuko crawls into the basket and does a flip because she falls in, and then she just snuggled out. I was like, dog, I will kill. Like,
Kill for
Wow.
Nezuko.
Yeah, what it
That
was,
should be your
what I
new
saw
quote,
was
kill for Nezuko.
it was a
When you
clip
gave
on
your tag.
Instagram, and it was that epic fight where they showed demon blood art and the guy.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And I'm like, just the animation looks so sick. I was like, okay.
Are we talking about
Episode 19, homie.
Okay, that's the most beautiful
You fucking
episode.
know.
That's what gets me excited for the train sequence, because just knowing how
The movie.
the movie, because the pillar, just seeing him fight, like how fucking dope that's gonna be.
Yeah, the thing that's very exciting about after the anime is that they haven't showed much of the pillars fighting, which they're called something else in the anime. Hashiras or something.
Hashiras, yeah.
Yeah,
Hashiras.
and the upper moon demons. Up to this point in the anime, you've only seen lower moon demons, and you saw the water pillar do one move, the 11th form.
That's just
Yeah.
this thing.
I know, but it's exciting for the upcoming. But right now we're on the show, bro. Chill
Yeah,
out, bro.
well,
Chill, bro.
well, can I
Talk about the
unshow
show.
just a little bit too? It's like
I
how he
guess.
talked about the water, the water effects. I want to see the other effects. Just when you're reading like the chapters, it's like they don't
That's true.
add that flair
Yeah,
all the time. So
because like the first time you see the electric effects for Zenitsu or whatever the fuck is it? Those were
Zenitsu.
good.
You know
Yeah.
what? Zenitsu and Inosuke are characters that I should hate because they're so annoying, but I don't.
I don't know. Zenitsu's
For me,
getting.
I don't.
Zenitsu kind
Not
of
yet, not to
balances
me.
out a little towards
He
the end.
he has some coolest moments, but sometimes I'm like, dog, please.
Just
Inosuke, he's a man like me, so I'm cool with it, dog. That's me all the time, dog.
That's true, but to me, I don't hate him. Like not like Black Clover status, where I just fucking hate that dude.
Well, that was
Um,
just bad pacing, because
True.
I read from episode 1 through 4, I barely like the first 2 chapters or some shit, which is kind of ridiculous for adaptation. So that's a different level.
Fair,
And,
but to
you
me,
know-
I'm not.
They make them yelly, but by that time you're already invested in Nezuko and Tanjiro.
That's fair.
Because it's not the first thing you run into.
I
Like,
guess,
if
yeah.
the Black Clover kid started yelling episode 20, I might have had not noticed and stuck around because I was already invested 20
Yeah.
episode 10.
Yeah,
But they made him too yelly too early.
Yeah, so to me, I
That's
guess
the
that
trick.
might be it. But regardless, like I don't hate him. Like I don't find him annoying at all. Like these are characters that generally I would, but for some reason or another, I'm just not really feeling the annoyance yet.
Yeah.
At
Well,
least me personally, I don't know about.
I think it's because it's what Zenitsu, even though he is out of the bunch the weakest one, I think it's very funny the first time you meet him doing it because he's like hiding behind a little 8-year-old and then all that shit. So it's not as aggressively in your face. It's more like a comedy thing. Like,
Yeah.
like aren't you a badass demon slayer?
I
Demon hunter?
do like his fucking lightning shit, dude. It's pretty sick.
It is sick.
Yeah.
It is. It is pretty. Like the way they animated it, I was just like, I want to see more of your badassness. But
I
then he
do.
starts crying.
That's true.
As soon as he gets badass, he just starts going like, "Fuck." I think my favorite part is when they're in the mansion and then he passes out. He kills someone, then he thinks the fucking 8-year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Starts
like that's
kinda
so
like
fucking.
worshipping him as a hero.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, you're such a man. I was like, all right.
So,
Well,
going back to like the first episode really like what was great. Like I saw the like you get to know like okay he's just doing his thing, normal boy, regular hero journey. Like he's out in the world, comes back, and you're also told about the warnings around the world. Like the guy telling him, hey, stay here because demons roll at night.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, he's thinking like this guy, you know, superstition, shit's not gonna happen. But because he's there and he's an elder, I'll listen to him.
Yeah.
He stays, ends up going home, and guess what? Demons attack.
Yeah, you know that's what I thought was pretty cool about this world is like, it's essentially our world, and these things are just happens that we don't. Most people at large don't notice them, and I thought that was pretty cool. Like
I don't know how I felt about that. That they're not like recognized by the government and people don't believe in demons because only the ones that witness them do. I don't know how I felt about that.
I think it could be both ways. Like for
Very-
me, it worked
felt very
okay.
bleach.
For me, it worked okay because
Leave Bleach alone.
the way I imagined it is that they,
Compared to
though
some of the
they
greatest.
seem like a lot of characters and a lot of demons, I imagine in their world it's not as many as we would think. Like maybe like because if you grab a bunch of demons or something and put them in a room, of course you see 10. That's a lot. But if you think about it, this is just me like how
I
my
know.
brain reasons in it. You get those 10 and then you like spread them out. Then all of a sudden they're very few. So
Yeah.
that's the reason. That's the way I saw it, and that's what I liked at least.
And also like within the world, like like he's probably like in the countryside, still away from major cities.
Yeah, because that's where the people do believe the superstition.
Yeah, like so that really like help you like believe that there's demons, and it's still unrecognized by say the major populations that are living in actual cities, and it's the people who live in small country towns are the ones that are superstitious. They still believe in that stuff, and in this world it's true. I think the first fight he was in, like trying to like subdue Nezuko without killing her, and then fighting the pillar, and just him, throwing the rock, and then, just overhanding the hatchet, and then baking him out. I'm like, props.
Dude, imagine this dude died.
Episode one.
The pillar's just like, like oh fuck.
Yeah, imagine that happened. Woo.
There goes one of your strongest pillars. All right.
Exactly. But that was really cool. Like I really enjoyed that fight sequence, even though he got owned.
Molly whopped, as the El Russ likes to say. But I guess it's episode 2 when they start training, right?
Episode 2 once he first meets the guy with the goblin.
Okay, so like 3 or something.
3 and 4. 3 is the big training when he's running up and down the mountain.
I think I meant
cutting the stone.
Did I mention this on here? The time skip.
Yeah.
I think
you mentioned it earlier, but before we did this section.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll bring it again. One of the things that I loved the most about this, and this was early on, is the fact that they acknowledged that time passed. Like, it wasn't like those typical, like, it's been a month and I'm a fucking badass of training. 2 years passed of him training, and he was still, like, I mean, at the end of it, he was like a badass, but he was still weak. But I just like the fact that they acknowledge it. And it's such a small thing. But to me, it just gives it more validity. It's like, yes, he actually trained. He worked hard for this.
And he still sucked ass.
And he did when he
went.
First of all, how dare y'all? They acknowledged that it took Ichigo 2 days to learn Bankai and Bleed.
I guess he's a better character.
But they did acknowledge it when he was with that chick who turns into a cat. He said you gotta learn it in like 2 days. And they acknowledged.
No, he had to learn it in a week.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess better rephrasing. They acknowledge that it takes time.
Well, I guess...
I know what you're missing. I'm going to be an asshole.
It gives you, like, more of a real-time kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like you're not going to overnight this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I guess overall that tone just gives it that tone of, like, he's actually working hard for these things, and the struggle, I guess. It gives you that tone of struggle. Like, this is happening. He's, like, getting his ass kicked.
Did you not hear Marcus? It took him a week, not 2 days for Ichigo. That's a struggle, right?
Bankai. Oh, man.
That's not even his bankai. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's just a little thing that I attached to it.
Because, side note, Bleach as a concept was so cool, but they couldn't land it. The characters were interesting.
No, they landed it. It's just...
they landed it for like an arc.
Yeah.
But then they couldn't keep it going.
They're
like, wait! They're more powerful. Like, oh.
They kind of fucked it up.
Yeah. But Demon Slayer, I like... When I got hooked was actually episode 20. Because this whole time you're like, oh, Tanjiro trained for 2 years. He's good at smelling. He killed that thing in the forest. Oh, wait, he actually still kind of technically sucks. And then you finally get to him fighting a lower moon. And he has to, like, break his sword. He has to remember his stat to learn an ability. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Nezuko has to use her demon ability. And you're like, oh, dog, he's there now, dog. Homeboy's got it. And then it turns out that's still not enough. And the pillar kind of, like, sidesteps the dude. And one hit KOs him. I'm like, oh, so this is a power cap. We're not even there yet.
Wow, yeah.
And that's when I was interested, but that's when I was scared. I was like, ooh, so there's 6 lower moons. So they're going to drag that out for like probably 100 chapters. Mm-hmm. And then another 200 chapters for like the upper moons. But Demon Slayer's like, fuck you. The next episode, the main demon kills all of them. He's like, you're not good enough. I was like, why? Because they're not going to... I thought they were going to kill time. Like, replacing lower moons, killing lower moons. Going through all 6.
Yeah. They're gonna milk it.
I thought they were gonna milk it, and they did get concerned. I was like,
I know where this is headed.
This is gonna be low key boring. Having seen them fight each lower moon, he's gonna start with 6, then 5, then 4, then 3, 2, 1. Like, oh fuck. But that show was like, yeet, you killed all of them, and I was like,
dude, but yeah, I guess
that's when I knew it's real.
And that's when we get back to the pacing, because it's like they drop you into the world, and they don't want to like overly explain everything that's going on. They're kind of just like,
They don't baby you.
Oh hell no! They're just like demons exist, and they show you just regular out of the mill demons and how you could kill them, and what happens if you improperly like try to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that little head growing arms and stuff, and still coming at you.
That was cool.
That was pretty dope.
That was
And then they get into like they briefly tell you about demon creation. They tell you also about, you know, like the lower moons, upper moons, and then you're like, okay, and then they just throw one lower moon at least it was two, right? Because the guy was a upper moon and he got demoted. The guy in the house.
Oh yeah. He got
right?
demoted.
He got
No, he was. I think he was the lower moon because
he was.
But
a
he was
lower
demoted
moon, and then
from-
he was
Which guy?
demoted.
with the.
Oh
Yeah.
He was the lower moon that got demoted.
Yeah, I think he was. They said be any better and you could become a lower moon type thing. I don't know if he was the motor or that he said.
I think he was because he had his
said you're
eye.
close to
Remember,
being
he had his eye.
Yeah.
And then they cut.
Oh.
They,
Yeah, he cut it out. He's like, nah, dude, you're
They
garbage.
scratched it,
So
yeah.
he got demoted. So I like how they went, you know, they give you two and then they're like, okay, that's it. You know, we're done with this because you understand, you know, there's still a power gap. Like, they're still struggling, like the regular Demon Slayers. And then they throw in the first, like, upper moon and you're like, shit. Yeah.
Dude, that show's fucking dope. But let's talk about I guess we can get into the animation.
Yeah, animation is crisp.
So
Yeah.
before we get to the episode that we all fell in love with, before that, I think it was.
Episode 2?
Huh?
Episode 2.
Well, the fucking the badass sword team bitch.
No, I found out episode 2.
Well, okay, fine.
I don't know what he's talking about, bitch. I watch it for Nezuko only.
The best
Oh,
sword
okay.
fight.
Though.
2K19. So as far as animation go, I thought it was pretty awesome. Like, yeah, like from the beginning, it was like it had a very consistent and very clean style. I guess I would just compare it to the manga real quick. The manga, I think it holds pretty well compared to the manga. Like a lot of it transfers really good into the animation. So I was like, hell yeah. But before we get into that episode that we're all gonna dissect, what do you guys think about the animation in general?
The animation is dope. I appreciate, like, okay, they say whatever style they're using, and they have specific animations that they keep using.
Mhm.
So you, even if they weren't to say it one time, you know that they're using a specific form.
Mhm.
Like they're very clear about how an attack looks.
Yeah, like they have their stances and the way they move, which is cool. Which is why I like Avatar: Last Airbender. Each bending has its own unique stances and type of karate based off.
Yeah.
And this kind of similar thing.
Mm-hmm.
Qua?
Oh, you haven't skipped me, so keep going.
Dude, you haven't been saying anything. What do you mean?
Yeah, you gotta jump in. No one's been like Sergio. I just yell. Yeah, jump in. Jump in, though.
This is me including it because this is why I gotta ask you questions to jump in.
Nah, it's cool.
God damn it. Well, anyways, do you guys just want to get into the sword fight that we all love?
I wouldn't call it a sword fight since only one person has a sword. Let me just throw that out.
The
Let me just throw
one-sided
that.
sword.
I mean, the one fight that kind of rocketed this into the mainstream. a little bit.
Yeah, dude. Fuck, dude, that was the best. I got a little emotional when I saw that fucking episode. Like, fuck yeah.
Episode 19.
Episode 19. So, a quick breakdown. Who he's fighting one of the lower. He's a lower moon, right?
Lower Moon 5, I think.
Lower Moon 5 or some shit.
Was it 5 or 6?
One of the
Wrong
two.
move 5.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 5.
I think it was 5.
It was 5 or 6 for sure. It was nothing higher.
Yeah, but he was definitely a lower moon for sure.
Yeah, he was Lower Moon.
So he's fighting a lower moon spider dude, and turns out he's he's strong, but it's more.
Oh yeah,
like,
he was lower moon
Lower
5.
Moon 5?
Yeah,
Yeah.
confirmed.
All right, cool. So he's pretty strong. Well, it's more like Tanjiro is a little weak because Homeboy just one hit KOs him. But that scene was such a fucking a trip, dude. Like, someone needs to. I can't put words right now. I can't words.
Okay, what are you trying to words right now?
I don't know. I can't words right
Okay,
now.
well, if we're talking about Lower Moon 5. Dude, I really like how they build. They started building stories around the demons, and
Oh yeah,
Oh,
before we
that
actually
one.
talk about episode 19.
Fuck
let's
yeah!
talk
Hold
about-
up. I
yeah.
forgot about that. That's
Let's
like
talk
so
about-
important.
Let's talk about episode 4. The first time they kill like the big demon from the exam that has that thing protecting his neck.
Yeah.
And by the time they kill him, they go a bit into his flashback. I'm like, oh, dude, that's kind of fucked up. Poor guy.
Most of the fucking demons, if not all of them, have such a fucking tragic backstory. I feel kind of bad for him.
You know, like when they're trying to make me connect with the main cast, I'm like, shut up, show me a demon arc.
No, it's kind of one of those things like, yeah, suck you fucking bitch for being the demon. Then I'm like, oh, babe.
Yeah.
Like, who did this to you?
Yeah.
Like, you poor sweet cherub. Like, oh.
Dude, it's for real, dude. I was like, I wasn't expecting that because
I wasn't expecting it because I like seeing things die.
I won't get. We'll probably get more into this because I think it goes more in depth in the manga. But definitely, like they have like these little backstories where you're just like, holy shit, like, and it gives you like the humane aspect of like. This wasn't their choice. Well, most of them were. Like,
but it gives you a thing that, like, some of them used to be human, and they were people before they became this.
Yeah, so it gives you that aspect, like, what happened, what they were, and it's like, it gives you that thing, because, like, essentially when you turn into a demon, like, you have, like, this internal fight where, like, you want to eat humans, and you do or you fucking don't and die.
Because they say you forget your memories.
Yeah. Does it happen right away?
For some, not really.
I don't think it's specified, but
I think when they kill their first person, they usually forget everything.
Okay.
Yeah, and the thing that that's really like what they I know what they're trying to do with that is because Tanjiro with his sister Nezuko, he's basically he kept seeing the humanity in her. So and the first couple deaths, like you always see Tanjiro just like be like, oh, I'm sorry that this happened to you, and does a prayer before the demon just turns into ash and blows away.
Well, it's a little cheap, but he could smell like their emotions.
yeah.
Which is a little cheap, but I love it.
I know.
He's like, I smell sympathy when this person. I was like, dude, this car.
Yeah. So
that shit, bro. You shit before you die.
So when that happened, like they started transitioning into that. It's like, oh, they're trying to make you remember like these are humans that are being killed, and this is why Tanjiro wants to go ahead and
I like it too because
forward.
For the most part, not all of them, but some of the demons were essentially like they didn't really have a say too much, and it's like it gives you that background like they didn't really have a say, but it's not their fault that they're a demon. This is what they are. So it's like, can you really blame him in the end of the day because they lost their memory? They didn't choose this, but here they are. Quick shout out to Sabito though. The manga gets more into him. He's a fucking badass. He's the guy with the fox mask that helps him train.
Oh!
I don't know how far into it is.
Ghost
I won't,
guy, right?
Because I don't know where Marcus is at, so I won't get too much into it. Alright, but point is, he's a fucking badass. But yeah, demons, fucking sad stories. Holy shit.
Yeah, so okay. Where are we segueing from here?
Well, we could go back to episode 19.
Episode 19.
Where they did the impossible, which I thought was crazy.
Make you care?
No, more impossible.
What's up, dog? Do I want to know?
You want to know? They made Nezuko cuter. When fucking Tanjiro has his flashbacks and you see Nezuko's a little baby in the backpack, I was like, protect her! I was like, dude, how is she more adorable? Like, you remember when she's playing the little drum thing? When Tanjiro's dancing and she's playing that little thing?
So bitch.
Oh my god! They made her cuter. And you know what's the craziest thing about this show?
What's up?
She's only number 2. That insect lady is best girl. I don't give a fuck.
Really?
Wait, insect lady?
Yeah.
I think I might get
from
the insect pillar who poisons them.
Oh!
That's number 1, dog.
I think I might get the fucking the pink hair, the love pillar, low key.
Nah.
No, she has something about her.
The pink pillar, like she's kind of like just there. Her boobs are nice, but she doesn't have that much.
I wasn't going for the boobs,
story.
but that's true.
Well, that's
I just like her. I guess
Do you like her sword?
I like her. I like the way she like her swords and her power. I guess her. I don't know if you want to call them powers, but the way she fights, because she's flexible and super strong, but she doesn't like it. And I really like that.
Sounds like you're into titties, because Insect Girl's flexible as too. You seen the way she jumped when she's chasing Nezuko? That shit was fucking dope. She does that backflip. I was like, hey.
Or she was just floating, looked like she was fucking flying with her like.
She almost fucking knocked out Marcus.
Woo!
The first time I liked her
I was trying to wake him up.
When she shows up in front of Zenitsu with her little tippy toes and she's like, hello.
So are we talking? We're talking about.
I was like,
there's two
help
insect
him!
girls.
He's
Hold on.
dying!
I was like,
There's two insect girls. Are we talking about the one with the poison blade?
The
or
one that's
other
alive, though.
Huh?
The one that shows up first. Not her pupil.
Okay, cool. I was just confused
Not
for a
that
second.
quiet, bitch.
Syringe sword.
Yeah,
Syringe sword.
the one that can't chop off heads because she's too weak.
Work.
That's supposed to go,
really?
dog. Well, when she hits like this spider sister, she's like, she probably can't chop off my sword. That's why her sword has a weird cut to it. Like, it's flat and then it gets a point at the ending.
Okay.
So it's not really meant for chopping because it's too thin.
But it's a stab.
Though that makes me wonder. Okay, this is like super stupid, but like that way that it's made, it's like a block, so that would get stuck as soon as someone gets in there. Man, you need to have like an out, like a fuller or something for you to pull it out easier.
Design guy here.
Does this make sense? Alright, sorry.
Yeah, no, it does. I see. Like, it should have been like a extra little blade part coming inward, right?
Well,
No,
Yeah.
honestly, if you put it to it like this, they already know they're gonna turn to ash. She doesn't even have to pull
Oh
out her
shit,
sword.
true.
No, but I also think...
But it takes
I,
takes a while.
I also think it becomes...
when she does the poison.
it becomes
wasn't.
It's thin,
Instantly.
but then it has the thing because that's where the actual blade is to cut. And that hook part, I imagine, is where the poison will collect the most.
Okay.
So, yeah, good fucking
I'm just saying, like, pulling that out, because you're essentially pulling a square out. And it's
I don't
like,
think it's squared, though.
Yeah, dude, the back is literally a regular katana with just the inset, like
I don't-
the.
honestly,
It's
I
not a
don't know.
katana, it's way thinner.
No, that's why it's because the katana, but they just
I know,
took off
but the tip part's the part that has, like, it folds into itself like an actual blade, and that slips right out.
No. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, the design, this is someone's fact checking it, but this it's basically a katana without the middle part. Like they just cut the middle part off.
Yeah, but that wouldn't get stuck. That's what I'm saying.
I think it would because it's like this, it's like that, and then it's like you stick it in and then it just gets stuck on that because it's basically a square. I think it would. I don't know.
Yeah, but I imagine that
Or
this
if you
part
be-
right there is
if you be
thin,
completely
and it
honest-
just lights out like a butter knife.
Well, to be completely honest, Tanjiro's sword breaks all the time. So her sword might be meant to break.
But I think it's supposed to, like, it'll slide out. We'll try it later. I'll make a knife and stab
Yeah,
you.
you want to try? Who wants to get stabbed?
Yeah, but trust me.
Because it might be like an insect sting, like a bee stinger, where it's meant for one good stab.
But let's be honest, she's best girl.
I don't know. I'm kind of tied with homegirl with the fucking.
Yeah, because look, it's
Look,
katana
pillar.
shape.
I'm a
and then-
titty man too.
Fuck you. I guess it is a little less cut. I guess
It's like a straight cut.
Okay, I guess I can see.
But I
it.
feel like that's where the blade is, so it just
Maybe she doesn't freaking stab him all the way
I
down
don't
to
think
get
she-
to
she
that
probably
point.
just does little slices though.
Because you think about it, when she fought the spider chick, she didn't like.
Yeah, she didn't pierce like a
She like slit like cut like one area, and then that person was poisoned.
You know what? I did think I thought it was pretty legit how she came in. She was so sadistic to the fucking demon girl.
that's why I think I
God,
like
yeah.
her. Because
You know-
she's so like, hey, I'll forgive you, but first I'm gonna like cut up in your stomach. For
You
as
know
many
what?
people as you can.
Here's the thing.
And that was hot.
She didn't specify poison. She was just gonna say she's gonna cut her open. So imagine.
Well, she was gonna make her live.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like, what if she said yes and then she went through that whole process? Would she follow through? Like, okay, we homies now.
I think she would.
Do you think so?
She might have like either that or she would have done what she was gonna do to Nezuko, maybe just like a gentler poison type thing.
That would have been shady. She's a liar then.
You know?
Then you call her a liar. She didn't follow through with what she was gonna say.
My future girl's gonna lie
About what, Sergio?
about cheating on me. So I'm cheating to I don't know where this is going.
No, that,
Let me read it back in.
That's a strange hill to die on, dog.
We live and die.
no, when he said lying, my mind went everything goes. If that's what the relationship is based off of, like just lying to each
Did
other.
you eat my Cheetos? No, bitch.
No, bitch, I'll stop cheating on you like facts.
Flashback to the day of. You're just like,
I'm eating Cheetos. I'll just lie to her and tell her I cheated. I'll get her off my back. Probably.
Fuck. But anyways, that fucking fight. Who did fucking? I don't think Inosuke got too much action in that fight.
He did.
Did he? I just remember him getting his ass kicked.
he
No,
was
Inosuke did the power play.
Did he?
Because
He did it.
He threw Tanjiro.
Well, as far as like the fight, the overall fight, like I think for the most part he got his butt kicked.
Well, Inosuke and Tanjiro were basically double teaming, trying to figure out, hey, we gotta try to save these other demon slayers that got caught up in the spider webs with the mom spider, and they were both trying to figure out like where is she, and he uses Boar sense, is like, oh, she's over there, and then the wind direction changes, like, hey, I can smell her too. Tanjiro.
Just do the bitch.
And then he got yeeted over there.
He did get beat up when he fought the dad, but I feel like Tanjiro would have been killed too.
Probably, yeah.
Definitely.
Let's be real.
Yeah.
And
For sure.
I don't think Tanjiro would have been able to chop off an arm like
Oh, no.
He did
wouldn't.
that hammering his sword with the other
Yup.
sort of thing. So let's give him credit where he
I
deserves credit.
fucking love how
Yeah.
he got his fucking swords just from jacking a fucking.
Yeah.
I like how he remembered like the lines that the old lady told him at the first place they stayed at. I forget what that household is called.
The Butterfly Mansion
The
or
butterfly
whatever.
Wisteria? I don't remember.
Wisteria, yeah, the house.
Mansion,
Yeah,
Well,
how
I think
he
the
told-
Wisteria Estate, because
Yeah.
the Butterfly Mansion was just for that home.
Yeah, so then he's like, what does it mean to live honorably or whatever? And he remembers that he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be doing me even if I die, and that's when he started bashing the swords together. He's like, yeah. He's
Yeah.
like, what you got now? And the guy like leveled up and was like, sheesh.
I should have said nothing.
Yeah.
Reel it back real quick. But yeah, and then on that note, Zenitsu I thought that was a pretty cool fight. I'm still coming to terms with the fact he has to pass out to be a badass, but I was like, whatever.
Hey, they already established it, so.
You should always knock him out.
I know, dude.
Skip the crying. Make him a badass.
I won't get into it, but the manga I think they take it to a hilarious level in the manga. But I do love his, what is it? Isn't there 3 thunder forms? They can only use one?
There's 6.
There's 6?
Yeah,
and he can
that's
only
the
use
first one.
first one?
No, it's the first 3.
Well, where they're at now, they say he can only use the first form.
Mm.
That's
okay.
why he honed it.
I thought there was 3.
I thought there was 3 too.
I thought there were 6.
I think there's 3.
We'll look it up, but doesn't matter because he can only use one.
True.
True. Well, let me
Manga.
just check this.
It's 2.
It is fact checking this.
2, dog. He made his own.
Jesus.
Oh.
Never mind.
Trying to be cool.
But anyways, back to the main battle between the lower. We never really fucking touched the animation on that. Like, what did you guys like about it? Like, I just love how it fucking flowed and the
We
music
did
and the.
talk about the animation.
We didn't get too much into
Well,
it.
about
we
that
said-
about that fight specifically, we're gonna talk about it, but then we went back to how you feel bad for demons.
Yeah, because that was a
Yeah.
very good point that I totally forgot.
The animation was just crispy as fuck.
It's crispy. The
'Cause-
music was on point, I think.
The way the water effects move and the way they transition into the flames,
Yes.
and then how the way
You're right. 6 forms.
Hey,
Oh,
what's up?
fuck.
Obviously, come on. And the way that I've been right about everything, no big deal.
No.
Yeah, and the way when the threats, he uses blood demon art to use the threats and they turn red and glow a bit more. With the transition of the fire hitting them,
Yeah.
and then the exploding blood, visually it was just like the sexiest shit
That
ever.
exploding, I was like, what?
Yeah. And that song though, man, dude, that song
I got emotional,
that song
bro.
hit.
I got
That
emotional.
song is in my playlist right now, dog.
He played it.
Amazing.
I got emotional in that fucking scene. I was like, bruh, fucking Lord of the Rings flashbacks.
Woo.
The
To be
Rohan
honest-
charge.
Didn't get all excited for the fight. I got excited for the end. The end fight with the water pillar.
Oh, when he showed up.
In
Yeah,
eleventh
it's-
form.
When the 11th form, because I've been following Tanjiro for a while. I'm like, yeah, it's only 10. He's like, it's the
Yeah.
11th form. Calm mind. I'm like, oh.
Dude, and I think that's one of the moves he made, right?
Yeah, because Tanjiro did say there's only 10,
Yeah.
and
Dude, that shit was fucking sick, dude.
I like how that opened up that. Well, that really opened up that everybody is like a sword master, and then they use their breaths towards like development of other stuff.
Mhm.
So that was pretty good.
Yeah, I actually do. Well, on the note on the breaths, I think that's a very cool way to like. This is their, I guess their power, I guess you could say. But how they fight demons, that whole concept of the breath is, I think, it's pretty awesome. Like, that's
why they could keep up with demons.
Yeah, and I was like, that's pretty sick, dude.
Because
Like,
everything has the way the world works. Like Naruto has chakra.
yeah, and
Dragon Ball Z has ki or whatever.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
And
Ki.
Bleach has like
Spirit energy.
their spirit energies.
I was that,
Hollow energy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mom was a
X
Quincy.
Factor energy, Quincy
Yeah.
powers,
Hey, we're not talking about Ichigo.
surpassing like the
Yeah.
dimensional space you're in to beat Aizen.
Yeah.
Hey, well, that took like 50 fucking episodes.
You were also attacked. Your mom was attacked while pregnant with you, so you're also part demon. What's up, shout out.
Mm-hmm.
He's not even part demon.
Your
Your
mom got bit by a cracker, so now you got cracker powers.
Yeah. You were spitting by a spider when you're trying to take pictures of a redhead at a museum. And,
Just give up. Never know.
and your dad was saying the last one, second to last one. And your mom was Kryptonian.
No, it's just a lot of
Bro.
things.
Superman with a Hamehame.
Yeah.
But no,
Well,
I,
it's just a
I
bunch of
really,
coincidences.
I really like the whole.
But
breath thing.
everything has their things, and breaths was cool. made
thought it was
sense
cool.
to me, and it was sick.
It seems
was,
very-
It was simple.
Yeah,
and they just
simple.
kind of
Simple.
went along with like, oh, you do this with your training, with your sword stances, and your fucking Gucci mane.
Yeah, I thought that was super cool, and yeah, I do like that fucking pillar scene. Like, dude, this wow, fuck, I forgot that. I think that's the one guy I didn't write his fucking name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't.
The
remember.
water pillar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, I didn't write his fucking name. What the shit?
Don't worry, I got you.
But
Breath of the Wild.
Gyu.
Pillars.
Chinga tu madre?
Yeah, you're right.
You.
I don't know if I should be proud of that, but Gyu, dude, he's dude. Do we jump into the manga now? Because there's some stuff.
Yeah,
that you said there.
we're kind of skirting around wanting to.
Yeah, definitely.
Spoilers for the manga
Mangu.
to Demon Slayer because we couldn't fucking wait. We know there's a
Whoa,
movie
whoa,
coming
whoa,
out.
whoa, whoa. Sergio couldn't wait.
I couldn't wait, and come on, man. Y'all here too, dog.
Yeah,
I don't got that much power.
So
over y'all.
I started.
No,
I
yeah.
started with the anime, and then the reason I got into the manga is because my boy over here kept bugging me like, "Please, por favor, like, dog, cállate, güey, leave me alone." It's like 12 a.m.
yeah, and I was like, I don't want to be left behind. Let me get on this train.
Did he visit you at 1 a.m. too?
I get that. Nice.
He was
nice
at
job.
house at 1 a.m.
But he came
like,
to me in my
dog.
dreams.
Ay,
Came
güey.
in my dreams.
Really?
and he's
Kinda
like,
like-
watch
We're
Demon
doing
Slayer.
train arc.
Yeah, are you purposely doing these
Train
jokes?
arc, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I just couldn't tell if he knew he was making the jokes.
No, yeah, I was.
I had to make sure. I was like, does he know what he's doing? Does he know he's a genius? Alright. I had to make sure you got the credit you deserve because I don't know if you were doing them accidentally.
No, I was doing them on purpose.
But yeah, so spoilers for the manga, which right now we'll cover what's about to happen in the movie they announced. The train arc, the infinite train arc.
Dude, I'm so sad. Only because I could only imagine where I put his name down. Kyojuro? The flame pillar, where he could have went. You know, because he was, I think, well, they didn't say, but I feel like he might have been one of the stronger ones, like maybe top 3.
He was the third
The
strongest.
third. And just seeing where the
According to them.
first 1 and
Okay.
2 dudes came, like, where could he have been at that point? And it's like, that's so sad. He's such a badass. Like, his design was so cool, like, so
To be,
fucking...
I'm not gonna lie. When they first introduced Pillar, I thought my man looked fucking. He looked
like
stupid.
Yeah.
Kind of with his hair and his what do you call that shit when you bleach just the tips?
Highlights.
His bleached tips.
Bleached tips.
I was just like, I was like,
just a tip surgeon.
yeah, no, but I was like, I don't know. He looks a little goofy because his eyes were drawn weirdly too. But then I think the first time they actually have him talking, you're like, all right, this guy's cool. He's nice. He's smiley, and he's fucking like honorable and shit. But his character design at first, I was like,
I really dug his character design personally.
his
Like,
hair
it was
was
so unique.
too anime.
He looked like a walking Pokemon
Yeah,
in that universe.
his
bro.
hair was
like,
way-
literally
he
like
he looks like-
he was too coordinated with
Yo,
that look, and I'm
okay.
like, Pokemon
Dog,
just walked in.
He said it. If he was in Pokemon, he'd be a gym leader
Yeah.
for the fire thing.
Yeah,
That's why I thought at
exactly.
first I was like, he too anime.
Okay, so I can
Yeah,
definitely
right
see him
now.
in Pokemon, but personally,
Like he
I
has
really
an
like.
Arcanine.
Yeah, somewhere.
Someone draw
somewhere.
him with an Arcanine because they're the same fucking color coordinator
Exactly.
with spiky hair.
Okay, well, I guess I'm
Well,
loving
let's-
this
let's see
one,
more
but
charges.
I actually really liked his character
I
design.
like Arcanine just because of the how spiky the hair is.
And then his
Alright,
hair is like
alright,
long, flowing,
yeah,
kind of made.
an Arcanine.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I really dug.
Charizard's
I really
No,
dug
I was
his
gonna say Typhlosion.
Typhlosion.
Yeah,
His fire starts at the back.
yeah,
I really dug his character design personally, but besides that, he was a fucking badass, and I would have loved to see where that flame pillar or just those skills, his skills could have went. So that's a little sad. Obviously, I'm saying if you haven't caught on, the motherfucker dies.
Well, talking about character pillar designs, oh my god, I did not like
I don't like the snake one.
the
Saquon, yeah. He's a little Orochimaru vibe.
Well, he
Tengen
looked like he
Uzi-
covers his face and he has.
who is like the wind pillar who
I fucking hate the one.
What?
like his design, he was I'm the most flamboyant. I like that
Oh, no,
line.
that's
that's
the
the sound pillar.
That's
The sound pillar, yeah.
Have you gotten to that part in the
Not
manga?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I
The red light
finished it.
district.
I
Okay.
finished
Oh, you
it.
didn't like it?
No, I just didn't like him in the beginning. Like
Oh,
just
it's
the lines
just
they
throwing
were-
off
Oh, just the way he
shit.
turned
Yeah,
off
okay.
flamboyant.
Fair.
I
Yeah.
thought it was funny. I actually liked
I thought it was a little weird too. I was like, eh.
He was
But
like,
then
this
as you
kid's
see it,
so
like,
flamboyant.
alright.
I was like, oh, I like that word.
I don't like.
You know,
the
like,
one
but
pillar.
eventually he.
I love
he-
the one
he-
pillar.
I hate the
He
one
grew
pillar.
on
I
me.
love the one pillar.
The wind pillar.
The wind pillar has a cool story arc.
Dude. Yeah.
No, Marcus.
Oh, wait, no,
I
the-
just
the
liked him
Miz.
at first
My
just
bad.
because he's I don't
The
know,
one
just
that I
'cause
liked at
he
first-
looks like the no nonsense guy. You always gotta have that fool who's got all the scars, so you know he went through shit the hard way. Everyone else is a bit too no scars. Like they don't got the battle scars. Homeboy, he has the X.
Honestly, I would
He
give
has a
him
bunch
that.
of so you know he's gone through
I
it.
would give him that. I just don't like the way.
He did stab second best girl, which is a fucking atrocity. I'll give you that. But I do like that. Out of all the pillars, it looks like they're all too perfect. Like they don't have any battle scars, and I like him that he shows up with like all his shit.
I like the stone pillar.
Oh,
When
the
I
stone
saw
pillar
him,
has
like when I
battle
saw
scars.
that, I'm like, I wanted to see more of him.
He's the crying praying one. He has a lot of scars. He's the stone pillar.
Dude, they all got fucking tragic. For the most part, most of them got pretty tragic stories too. Like fuck. Except for the character that I actually do kind of like. He doesn't really have a.
Who?
Huh? No, I said they. For the most part, most of the pillars have a pretty tragic
the love
story.
pillar.
Yeah, for the most part.
She doesn't have.
No, but I said
that
most.
song.
Besides the one I like.
Everyone else does, I think.
Yeah, I don't think we didn't hear anything about the snake or who else we didn't hear. We didn't really. I guess we did touch on the sound. Snake, and I think there might be one more we didn't really touch.
We touch upon Mist.
No.
They eventually do.
Yeah, they eventually do.
They do.
So I think he's the only one that
The
we
sound
really
one,
see.
the snake. Well, the snake we don't know, but the sound and the love pillar don't have a bad backstory.
Yeah, they weren't that bad.
And the snake one, who knows?
Who
But
knows?
everyone else has fucked up.
Yeah.
They go through everyone's
Okay.
except for the snake guy.
I guess, yeah, true. Yeah, and I think that's really cool. Like, as far as the wind pillar, I love him. I just wish his eyes weren't so fucking insane. He just looks like a walking crackhead. Like, bruh, like I'm ready to throw hands with any motherfucker. Like, all right.
Well,
It seems too intense to me.
Yeah, there you go.
know, as you see, like the art on the pillars and their eyes, like because they're always making a point, like Danjiro's eyes are so kind because he has pupils. All these like wind pillars, like they've seen so much. Some of them are blind, and others just have like this crazy dead look in their eyes.
Dude,
Where they're just like, I'm going through the motions. I've seen too much. I just gotta
that's
keep killing
so
demons.
fucked up for the fucking the blind dude. Like, is it too far ahead to get into his
Marcus
backstory?
ain't there.
Okay,
Oh,
dude. When you
okay.
get there, he's got a pretty like.
You guys know where he is. Quit checking in with me.
What was
I'm
it again?
sorry,
I forget. I keep forgetting.
I'm
It's
sorry.
right when they get to the sword
I'll leave.
village.
In the what?
No.
When they get to
I'll
the
take
swordsmith
Sword
village.
Okay,
I'll take
cool.
the X.
Like I
Okay.
keep telling you guys.
Okay,
See, guys,
I'll
Sword
remember.
village.
But I thought.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's start with the. We're talking about the Infinity Train arc.
okay,
Infinity
let's just,
Train arc.
okay, stay on point.
Infinity Train arc.
Because we keep jumping.
Yeah.
Infinity
And
Train
that's what
arc.
the movie's gonna be.
He's fighting. He's basically fighting a train demon. A demon basically fuses
The lower
with
demon one
lower demon one
gets
fuses,
a power boost, so he
Power
might
boost.
not even be
Not
lower
even a
demon.
power boost, like an
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, so
ass jump.
he gets a power boost, so he's not just a lower demon anymore.
Yeah, and he
He could probably rival upper demon.
yeah, and you know the thing is, I was so surprised because because the way they went about it, he was gonna turn to this train and just follow so many people, but it just coincided with him getting killed so quickly. I was like, oh damn.
Well, he had
That's
already
interesting.
killed people.
Yeah.
But he wanted to keep killing people, and if you kill the whole train, though, people are like, all right, decommission that train. But if you do just enough, people start
Okay,
like
fair.
wondering.
Yeah, so basically what happens is
Because that's what all of them do. They all kill just
yeah.
enough that it's not as suspicious.
lower demon, whatever he is at this
One.
point, he's probably
Lower
one because he's the
demon
last one
one.
alive.
He's lower demon one.
He fuses with the train,
Put
and
respect
then
on his name.
huh?
Put respect on his name.
Put
That's lower demon one.
Respect. Lower demon one. He fuses with the train, and then
That man has ambition.
Enmu.
he got
Enmu.
Enmu. He got some ambitions. His powers. What was his powers again?
He was a dream
Right? He
weaver.
fucks with your dreams. And
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Inception, bro.
I guess in a nutshell, what he does is he goes into your psyche and just basically destroys it by killing. I guess a seed's a metaphor for their psyche. I don't know
Yeah,
what
like
you call it.
it's like their
Their-
life form, their mental life form,
Yeah.
or some shit like that.
Yeah.
It was
It
trippy.
was like their inner will.
Yeah. Whatever you want to call it, that's what he does. and he-
Oh, that makes more sense now.
yeah,
Yeah, so he hired a bunch of people. This is kind of so fucked up too. He hires some people that are basically gonna die, and say, "I'll give you a dream if you help me out." And
Hey,
That's
better than-
an infinite dream.
Yeah.
an infinite dream. He knocks out our boys. I think it's all of them. Yeah, all of them.
Yeah,
Inosuke, Zenitsu, Kyojiro, and of course Tanjiro. Knocks them out, and then he hires these. And these guys are just sickly humans. They go into their minds, and then they essentially look for the boundaries of their, I guess their hallucinations?
subconscious.
Subconscious?
No, they're subconscious. Because
Subconscious?
he explains that the way the power works is like when the person is in the dream state, they're in their subconscious. So the border of their dreams is where they could go into that person's subconscious and destroy their psychological stability if they kill their orb.
Yeah, there you go. So that happens, and then that's where we start. How does he fucking get out? Oh, dude, that
Tanjiro kills himself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say this dude just commits suicide over and over again.
Because when you die in a dream, you wake up.
That's so fucking creepy, dude.
Yeah, it was.
And then they were also saying like that certain people have an instinct, like they play a lot in the series that you could feel bloodlust because they're demon hunters. So even if it's another human trying to come after you, that's how the fire pillar was like, oh shit,
that
someone's
shit
trying
was
to
so
kill
badass,
me.
dude. This dude was knocked down. It's like, Kah! Like, oh.
It's like,
Sergio did not explain that to me.
Yeah, so like feeling bloodlust is another thing, and then there were like the boar guy. He's so intuitive like that. He's like if he feels danger of any way, he's gonna like be there, present in his subconscious. They were saying,
but
like,
the flame pillar was something else. That's why I gotta reread it. But it was something just about him that he knew. Just his body knew.
Dog.
It was something. It was something specific.
It was.
I just forgot what it was.
It was the sense of danger because like demons exhibit bloodlust, and this kid who was basically told you gotta kill him his mind was exhibiting a similar kind of blood loss. So even though like he didn't like consciously know what was going on, subconsciously his body was already like, no, I gotta attack this person and I can't let go.
I thought what was hilarious. This is a quick side note. Was Inosuke's his little you remember like what when they go into his mind? Do you remember that part in the manga? Where they're inside Inosuke's mind, and then this dude's like, "What? You're not supposed to be here." He's just like chilling out or some shit.
Like Inosuke, like he said, like he had like just like he's so like intuitive with himself and everything. So he's like, "What are you doing in my subconscious?" And the chick's all like, "Why is this guy subconscious like a boar hideout? Like this is crazy." Man. And he's just chasing her around.
She was hilarious. But anyways, no, you're right about the subconscious thing. She was fucking. That shit was so hilarious. And yeah, Kyojiro was such a badass. So they take out the train.
Yeah, because to be honest, the train arc has nothing to do with the train, man. Fuck
no, it really does not.
It's like
really
everything. It's
the
a
train
dream
feels
ride.
like to a filler until you get to like, oh,
yeah,
this is what they're setting up
Homeboy shows up. Is he 3?
The best upper demon 3 shows up.
Dude, his fucking backstory too.
That's gonna be sick, Marcus. Though.
Yeah,
out of all the backstories to anyone, main character or demon, he has the best one.
He's probably one of the best. I can't remember most, but I think he
might be fucked up because you know me. you know what I like, so you might.
I know that's what I'm like. You know what? Because the only demon backstory I really want to know is Demon Swordsman with the 6 eyes.
Yeah,
his isn't as tragic, but it's interesting.
No, I don't want it to be tragic. I want to know.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. It's hella interesting.
And I want to know because old boy got smacked in the mouth, and I'm liking old boy got smacked in the mouth because he's cocky as like all in the fuck.
I think that's
he was like this. He was like, "Hey, my boy," and then the boy was like, "Don't
with
touch
the blood.
me."
Yeah. His isn't that. I mean, you'll find it interesting, but it's not tragic or anything.
His is crazy.
Yeah.
In a sense. Because out of everyone having like a sad thing or something, his is just like, oh, you were just kind of a fucker. Yeah.
No wonder.
That. But Marcus, you know what I'm into. But Upper Demon 3's backstory.
Yeah. 1 through 3 got really good stories.
Yeah. Well, I like the 6.
Which one was 6?
The stripper and her brother.
Marcus
knows that one.
That one was pretty sad too. Fuck,
He's
dude.
not.
Well, she was a Gyatso type.
She was essentially going to be
Yeah,
a hoe.
they had a really good story too.
Yeah.
She was almost sold into it.
Yeah,
dude. That shit's
5 and 4, which you're not there yet. Those were kind of. I don't even remember them.
Fuck, I don't remember who 5 and 4 do. I forget.
5. I think 5's like.
Five's like a jar.
Yeah, lives in the jar.
they never said.
That old man.
It's a tiny little. Yeah.
They never said.
Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, I don't think they had like good backstories.
I don't even know if they had backstories.
Nah.
I'll find out later.
Yeah.
But anyways,
the 3 best backstory in the whole fucking
so
show.
Homeboy Upper Moon 3 is shows up
and claps.
Whoa, let's be completely honest. I was reading this, so did not tell me that it was going to jump so fucking drastically from one fight to a death.
Yeah. Because you think it's over. You think everyone's chilling. They're all happy.
Well, yeah, definitely.
And that's why I like the pace, man.
Do you think? Okay, go on.
Well,
Sorry.
we didn't even say like anything about how they were fighting the train.
No, because I said I didn't really. The train, like he said, they eventually beat it. Because to be honest, it's cool. It turns out the whole train is a demon, and the neck is like the caboose, but I don't really care about it because then when fucking upper demon
Well,
shows
that
up-
was like it's setting up. Like I think the train set up that demons could also transfer their essence into other things. Like
okay.
he was fusing with the
Yeah.
train, so that's something to look out for. Like demon fusing with another object. So the point of like slicing their neck. That's what they did a power boost for the demons too. It's like it's no longer just an easy like I'm gonna slit your throat and kill you.
Hey.
Well, for the train though,
Yeah.
they still said that part of the train was a snack.
Yeah, but you gotta work at finding it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Yeah,
so
you
far,
gotta work at finding
I'm
it.
saying-
It's just like
For me, it's just after upper 3 showed up, I kind of forgot about what just happened.
well,
'Cause
alright.
it drastically such.
I want to like just want to talk about one of my favorite scenes in the manga, which was when they're fighting him in the front, right, trying to take out his neck, and Inosuke and Tanjiro are like getting caught in like the dream state again.
Yeah, they
'cause
keep
he's-
putting
yeah,
them to sleep every
yeah.
time.
Yeah, and I like how Inosuke's like, dude, don't kill yourself. This is the real world. He's
was
like,
pretty sick.
it'll be a shitty death.
It's like, bruh. But
Yeah.
dude, it was So that was actually a pretty good scene. I was gonna mention, but I completely forgot. It's like this dude's got balls, being able to kill himself so many times. Like,
Yeah, because I guess the only cool part about the train is you also see how good the pillar is. Because he's like, you handle this part, you handle this part. Nezuko handles this cart. Zenitsu handles this cart.
Then next goes not.
Inosuke and Tanjiro go find the demon. And he's
Okay.
like, I'll handle the other 3 carts. Don't worry, it's me, Doc.
Yeah. Just
And that's when you're like,
nonchalantly.
okay, so he is way stronger than them. Like, they just keep reminding you, hey, the pillars, Tanjiro's doing low-key shit
yeah,
compared to the pillars.
Yeah.
And I like that they keep throwing that in your face.
yeah, it's true, and that's really a really good point because normally in a normal, I guess, anime or any other animes, this is around the part where you see how powerful they are, and a week or during that fight, maybe he surpasses them somehow.
Yeah, that's where the hero saves who's supposed to be the badass.
Yeah,
thing.
and thank God it didn't. And actually, I'll get into something later that I really like, but let's finish this up. But after the train, we get Upper Moon 3, and just as Sergio says, claps them cheeks.
Yeah, well,
He does
fuck
not,
it.
whoa! He
You
does
see-
not clap them cheeks.
Claps no bitch.
Yeah.
Because
He
Flame
had
Killer
a
shows
fight.
up with his. He shows up with his moves, but you start. It's weird because you're like okay. Lower Demon 5 got mollywopped by the water pillar. Like it took one swing almost,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're like, all right, now we could to see. Okay, so Upper Moon Demon versus a pillar. This should be an even fight. But it's kind of not even that even, dude. As much, like the fire pillar, we love him. He uses like all his forms, and it's still like it's almost never enough. Like even the upper when he's like, "Hey, you cut me, but I'm still a demon. I'm immortal. I'm gonna grow back." And whapa! And you're like, dude, holy shit! How the fuck strong are these upper motherfuckers?
Dude, right? That's exactly what
That's
I was
when I was a
thinking,
bit
like,
shook.
holy fuck.
I was a bit
Yeah.
shook, Marcus, because after they killed the Lower Demon Moon 5 so quickly with like sidestep, that was kind of insulting. But then
Yeah.
to see that the Flame Pillar, who they said was one of the strongest one amongst the things, he got rocked.
Definitely.
He got rocked.
Pretty bad.
He put up a fight technically, but he got rocked.
And I do like how, again, this is like the main character doesn't save the hero, but he does try to help, and it's not like the
But he
most
got in
like
the way, too.
Yeah, it's not. He's kind of in the way, but he's kind of helping, but he's not like overly power. Like, oh, I got you, Flame Pillar. Check this out.
Yeah,
It's like I'm
he
literally
doesn't take over for any amount
yeah,
of time.
yeah. So I really like that. But on that note, when he gets totally stabbed in the fucking gut or whatever or chest, this is what I kind of really couldn't understand. Do you guys think he would have actually killed Demon, Upper Demon 3?
No.
I think because the sun was coming
The
up.
sun was coming
and-
up, but then
and
Tanjiro cut off his hand,
his arm, and I'm like, why'd you do that, bro?
Yeah, that's the first thing that popped into like he was about
Like-
to kill the Upper Moon Demon 3. It's like, do you think he would have?
If
Or
the
did I
sun
miss
came up,
something?
that would have been their
Did I
edge.
miss something that he was gonna do and he wouldn't have killed him?
I don't think he would have killed him though. You're just saying just because he was holding him?
Well, yeah, because the sun was coming up.
Yeah,
And then-
but these guys have a knack to show that they also could break off limbs and dip. Like I don't
True,
think
but
they would have.
at that point,
Yeah.
I guess the whole thing that I understood because the demon was worried because he couldn't break free. If
Yeah.
I remember correctly. So I was like, oh shit, this is it. And all intents and purposes, I saw that the sun was gonna come up and he was gonna like. There's no way for him to get out because he's giving his life up just to hold him there. And then Chanjiro comes like, hey bro, I got this, and he just cuts off his arm and he just fucking bounces.
Even so, through all the shit they put you through, I don't think. I
It
don't
would've
think
been
he
that
would have
easy.
held him
You don't think so?
because I think he would have probably finished him off, which is what he was worried for a second, but I doubt that would have been it. Because even with the sun, I don't think the sun would have worked immediately like it does with other demons after all the shit they go through.
Okay. Fair. Well,
So,
because
I don't
honestly,
think-
that's the only thing that pops in my mind. Like, he probably, like, he could have killed him, stupid Tanjiro. What the fuck?
Yeah. No, but I don't personally, I doubt that would have killed him.
Mm.
Or that he would have been there long enough. He probably would have just fucking finished off the pillar.
Finished off.
Hey,
Sucio.
finish me off,
But I guess we're dragging on for a bit. Let's just get into the sound one real quick. And I think that's where Marcus.
That's
he
the
passed
last. Marcus saw the Upper Moon Demon 6 and the Red Light District Orc.
that. Okay. You guys want
Where
to
they-
jump into that one real quick?
Yeah,
And
because
then
that's where they introduced the best characters in the manga.
handle Sergio. Lead us into
Go
it.
lead us into this world.
Dog,
Bro,
right? Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yo, God, I'm scared.
no.
Oh.
We're not gonna say.
What are you thinking? Because,
I'm thinking about the time Tanjiro got stabbed in the throat. I mean, stabbed in the mouth.
alright, yeah, we're thinking about different things.
I know.
I'll tell you what I was thinking about.
Alright, tell me, and I'll tell you. if you're
Inosuke
right.
and Zenitsu dressed as chicks fighting out the...
That's not what I'm thinking. Eddie, do you know
Oh,
what I'm thinking?
you're talking about the.
Yes! Hold up! Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Marcus.
Give me one more try. We're talking about the Red Light
Inosuke.
District.
Yeah,
Red
it has to do with Inosuke. The boy guy.
Oh.
The boar guy.
How cute he was in that kimono. No.
Mhm. The best characters they introduced having to do with Inosuke.
Oh, dude.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, just tell us like that was it.
This is
That was
nice, right?
Dude, the buff ass mice he has with his sword was stupid as shit, but the coolest shit at the same time. Because I let Inosuke's character, I'm like, I'm cool with that. Because he was like, he goes up to the roof, I need my sword now, and 2 buff mice carry them, and I was like, yes, that is what Inosuke would do. That is what Inosuke does.
No, I
And-
think
No, when I saw
those
that, I'm
mice
like,
were the sound.
I literally
I
thought,
think they were the
no,
sound.
no, they were
And
Inosuke.
sure?
Inosuke
Yeah.
says he trained them.
I thought it was the sound.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't
I-
read it, but I'm
No, it
confident they're
seems like the
Inosuke.
sound because they have like the sound guy's band on.
Yeah, but I think Inosuke starts to worship him a little bit because he thinks he's a god, the way they introduce. But dude, those
I
mice.
think at some point they even catch him all flexing and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they were also helping out later on, throwing
Yeah,
the sword again,
yeah,
right?
they show up twice.
Oh my god, that was the fuck. I can't. That was,
When
I was so shook, and I was like, yeah.
When I saw that, honestly, I wasn't happy. I was like, but I'm like, all right, I'll accept it.
The only reason I accepted it is because Inosuke's kind of a goof character, where they take him like serious that he's crazy, but they also make him kind of goofy, where like he doesn't take off the mask. He fights like a boar. The first time you meet him, he like never steps on 2 feet. He keeps doing like ground thing. But dude, those mice, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know why he was like, hey, I should write this into the story. I'm just glad he did. I was shook,
Halloween idea.
right? Dude,
No.
I'm sorry, man, but that was the whole
Yeah,
art.
pinche Steve, little pirieto.
That was the art, baby.
That was it. They probably let's be real. They could probably take him in.
Hey, chapter like 250 or whenever it ends. I'm sure they'll be them.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, I did forget about it, but that was besides that was a pretty sick fight. I like how definitely like because you would expect like as soon as they cut off her head, or I don't remember if they cut off her head. But
They couldn't.
they couldn't because of the
no,
guy.
they cut off her head the first time.
At first they couldn't because she kept losing it like threat, but then they found out they had to cut both their heads at the same time.
Yeah. So that fucking again, 2 demons with pretty tragic backstories, and again, for the you see, was it the sound pillar? One of the strong. He's probably not top 3. I don't know.
He's
but
not. They say
strong.
who the top 3
Yeah,
are.
he's strong. He's a fucking pillar, and this dude is struggling to fight Homeboy, and he fucking loses an arm, dude. I'm like, what? So it's pretty cool seeing how I think. So this is something that I wanted to mention earlier, but I figured it's a good time to mention it right now. I like that a lot of these demons, you can't for the most part you can't 1v1. It's like a group effort. It's not just one
like they're
person.
too strong.
Yeah, they're powerful, and I like how they actually help, not just like Yamcha and the boys just
Yeah.
watching.
That's what
they're
I like.
actually in it.
That's why I like the training arcs, because every time they train up, Tanjiro's like, okay, I'm here now. I'm gonna train up Inosuke and Zenitsu so they're at the same level as me.
There's
I'm
just
not
little
leaving them
things, but they
behind.
fucking
Yeah, they always say
add
it. Like 6 weeks later, he picked it up, and 8 weeks later, he picked up the same skill.
Yeah, and
so we're
yeah.
equal.
I really like that. It's like so again, It's like the littlest thing ever, but I think that little thing gives it that difference.
Well,
where
that's
you
where
just feel-
that's where other ones found, man. That's why I stopped watching Bleach when Ichigo was the only fucker.
The only one that able to take some stuff. You
And
know?
I was like, dude, what's the point of your crew? Like, why?
Yeah.
Why bring them?
It's true. So yeah, and
Please don't.
that's true. Yeah. So
Oh
we
my
have,
God, am I a
I guess
side
we
character?
forgot to. Oh yeah, I fucking know that. I forgot. I think we may have forgotten to mention this, but you probably noticed, but Zenitsu and Inosuke aren't that useless.
No,
They keep up, so
No.
that's cool. For
I
side
like-
characters, they keep up, and that's cool.
I like how I keep forgetting his name. The lightning guy.
Yeah, so
Zenitsu.
Zenitsu. I like how he has the move that he can only use twice. I think it's called like Flying Thunder. He focuses like his breath in his legs, and he becomes like double like faster.
How he only knows one form, but he could like he's trained it so much he could put a 6-fold into it or a 5-fold. He could overcap it type thing.
Yeah, he basically became like a master of that, but I do like that all these pillars are getting the help of these I guess not minor characters, but like these other characters that are weaker.
Yeah.
And
But they still remind you they're weaker. Like, hey, you guys hold off him, I'll hold off one.
Yep, and
solo.
that's fucking sick. Like you guys are helping; they're not just like fucking in the way. But I think this is the last thing I wanted to mention about that is just like the collaboration and how they utilize everyone's strengths to take out these.
Look, can we talk about how sick it was when Tanjiro fucking like became half possessed with anger and fucking started mollywomping homegirl though?
Sick. That was pretty sick.
That was gangsta ass fuck. That's when I was officially hooked.
He got straight what is it? Fire. The fire dance.
Yeah, son.
Yeah, the sun. The original breath
of the Sun.
Breath of the Sun
and
shit.
Homeboy was about to die.
Yeah.
Shit's fucking wild. I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah, his sister's like, breathe.
Breathe, bitch. Oh shit. Oh man, that was pretty sick actually. I can't wait to see that in animation. Just like,
No, that's crazy, dude. That shit better get approved for the next season
If
after
it's
the
not,
movie.
we flying to Japan. We slapping someone
Because we gotta get the whole thing, man.
at this point.
Because
But I think there's more that I want to say, but I think it's dying down now. I'm starting to feel the fatigue hitting me. I don't know about y'all.
just so you know, man, we keep getting confused, but strongest pillar is the rock guy. Second one is the wind. Third was the fire. Just so you know.
Okay, thank you for
The
letting me
wind
know.
guy.
The
Was
wind
it-
is the second strongest.
Dude, I think this might be later in it, but wasn't the mist up there too?
Mist, he was just young, so they hadn't really put him. So he probably turns into third, but they don't really confirm it. But they say for sure, without a doubt, they say like in writing, the stone is the number one, wind is the number two.
Okay, the stone.
Doesn't
dude, the
Stone have
stone's
like
pretty
two
sick.
spike cameras?
He has like a mace with a chain attached to like an axe thing.
okay.
Yeah, it's like a fucking dude, that guy's fucking sick.
Keep reading and you see him fight, dog.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
That
you
fight.
need to get to the fucking ending because like, dude, it just goes down as fuck. Like,
Can I tell you who he fights so you could keep reading?
You already know him read slow.
6 Eyes, homie. That's who he fights,
I'm
dog.
done.
Yeah, yeah. I just want Marcus to be inspired to like, okay, I gotta get there. Yeah, dude.
You should want to see Six Eyes fight.
Yeah.
Oh, and when you see some new breaths, whoo!
dude,
I already know
Brett's-
it's all breaths.
Yeah, so I'm.
I already know it's all breaths.
All the breaths? So-
You're gonna get shook.
So you know about the moon breath? Keep reading, motherfucker!
Well, technically yes, because it's the demon's breath.
For anyone,
Yeah, okay, yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
For anyone that
But that's what I'm saying, dude. That's why I couldn't stop. And
Yeah,
then
dude,
when
I really
since
wanna get into
technically
it.
I caught up before you guys, I was the most depressed every time a chapter in there.
I
was
feel
like,
you, dog. I want to
Oh.
talk about it right now. I feel you. I want to talk about it, but
I
I
know.
want
we
you
can't.
just to leave so you can talk about it?
Nah, dude,
Nah.
it's cool, man.
Marcus, you're just trying to go to sleep though, because you gotta wake up early.
No. If I was trying to go sleep, I'd just leave.
All right.
But for those of y'all that are maybe listening, if you haven't caught up, just know you have some pretty good shit to look forward to in the manga.
Yeah. Rachel McAdams, if you're still listening in your coma, it gets good.
Listening in
Wake
your
up for it. It might be animated by the time you're in the coma. And
There you go. She
listen
does
to
it the
this.
fucking way. Like, all right,
Rusty will be
I
holding
know.
your hand.
But dude, man, by the time I caught up with the chapters, it's been like 10 weeks since I caught up to the chapters.
Got a question for you.
It's been brutal.
Does Tanjiro learn Stance 11?
No,
No.
it never comes up.
No, because he's off trying to learn the...
Dance 11.
Oh,
the-
he
the
starts
breath
studying
of the
more how to
sun.
do the sun dance.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're talking about the water 11?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know if will this be a spoiler telling him why he can't really?
He could.
No,
He
it's
could
just-
learn it potentially. I'm saying.
Well, no, but I'm saying like why he doesn't really do it. Because they specifically say why, but I don't know if it's like a spoiler.
Because he's focusing on learning the...
That too, but
Yeah,
there's a
it's
reason
like
for that.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, to be honest.
Well, let me just say, I don't think it's too much of a spoiler because he's just talking about the breath. It's because whenever he uses, it's essentially, they make it seem like he's not as compatible with that particular fighting style.
Yeah,
so his sword keeps breaking. So
yeah,
when
they just went over that in
okay, cool. So yeah, that's the reason why he doesn't use it. They get to the point where he kind of like uses elements of it to supplement his fire skills, but essentially fire or the sun breath is his shit now. That's like the most compatible in
also,
his fight.
Does he ever put on Old Boy's guard?
Oh shit, I don't know. Did he? I don't remember seeing that.
All boys guard? What do you mean?
Is
When
it
the flame pillar gives the
Oh, he
guard,
puts it on.
Okay.
Okay.
He gets a sword upgrade.
Alright,
Yeah.
just make because his sword
The
is
guy
good.
who keeps trying to kill him for breaking swords,
Yeah.
finally gets some sword, and he's like, "Can you use this hilt?" And they're like, "All right."
Dude, that guy's so fucking.
I remember because only thing I remember is they
He's
talk
like
shit
ripped
about
as fuck too.
Yeah.
they keep talking shit about the sword guy. They're like, "Oh yeah, he's trash because he kept giving you a trash fucking sword." And I'm like,
Oh, okay. I didn't want to bring that up. I'm glad you brought it up. I know.
He has
Yeah.
a little. He
You
has
get
a
to see
little-
his face soon.
Yeah, you
the,
get
the swordsmith guy.
He get his own
face
training
comes-
montage too.
Oh yeah, he does. He does. It's so legit.
He's like goes like.
I'm just saying, man. Cause Marcus, to be honest, it really ramps up. Cause by the point where you're getting close to after the part you're in, all the upper moons jump into the fucking
That's what I was
rumble.
gonna say.
Yeah.
You know what? That's
Like, you know how
we were
I
talking
told you I
about
was
that.
scared that they were gonna keep like
Yeah.
doing one at a time.
Yeah.
By then they were like, we hear motherfuckers.
to the
and I'm
point
like,
that to the point where I was surprised that it went that quick.
No,
like
I'm afraid that it's close
it
to
was
ending.
at the point where like
I'm
I-
shocked that it might end
honestly,
soon.
I don't want it to. That's the
I
thing.
know, but it
It's like-
seems like
Yeah,
the way you
that's
guys
the
make
thing.
it seem, I'm not surprised it's going that fast because
It's going hella fast.
no,
dude.
no, because I went from reading, Upper Moon, Lower Moon 1 to Upper Moon Fight 3
Yeah, that's
within
true.
a single chapter.
Like, it fucking does not fuck around.
It doesn't, dude. Like
I really appreciate that. It's like
I appreciate
you know,
it, but I
got
would have
other
liked
things
at
to
least
do.
one more.
Because I
one
completely
more
honest, I had
chapter.
to reread
maybe,
that
you know?
because I thought I was fucking tripping.
Yeah,
It just skipped straight over.
yeah. As I kept reading, I was like, are they gonna start replacing the upper moons? Cause they showing up a lot. And I was like, are they gonna ever replace the lower moons? And I guess Musan wasn't joking when he said I should just get rid of all y'all. And I was like, oh, fuck,
Dude,
dude.
Michael Jackson.
I didn't expect that. I'm like,
Michael Jackson. Yeah, that's when I was like, I'm happy. I'm like, cool, fuck all y'all, man.
I'm happy that it is like definitely going through the paces, but at the same time, like when it seems like it's gonna end soon, and if it does, I'm gonna have the inkling at least one more chapter we could have had, maybe.
No, I'm cool with that. I get crippling depression every time I read the new chapter and I gotta wait a week. It hurts, dog. It hurts.
I
my
get crippling
body.
depression when it fucking ends. Anything ends, I'm like, no, I'm sad now. 'Cause it's
No,
over.
but sometimes I'm like,
But you know, because the pace is so good, like you could go and rewatch it. Like you
Yeah.
know, you're not gonna be sitting through filler after filler.
and give me like a side story of the mouse and I'm good, dog. Because
Or
I
its own
can't,
spin-off.
I can't have something go too long because then you end up dragging like Naruto.
True.
I skipped. If you were to put on like the war arc, I'd probably be like, oh shit, I've never seen this episode
Nigga, I don't know if you've ever seen those episodes.
because I've skipped.
Most of them are the same.
I know. And I just like, you know what? Fuck these episodes. I'm gonna just play the Ninja Storm version of them because I don't care.
I know.
And you don't want to get to that level, man.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where things fuck up. Like, I don't know why the fuck Dragon Ball's still going. I know you guys like it, and Jiren was
Nah,
cool.
dude, I'm cool.
I read that, but
Yeah, I'm good.
but it's like Naruto. It could have ended after the pain fight. Maybe you could have had like one more 30-episode arc to get Sasuke, but that dragged.
To be honest, they didn't
Yeah.
need to get Sasuke. Sasuke could have just died.
Yeah, that I'm saying they could have killed him. Like after the Akatsuki arc, they could have done like a short thing, but they didn't. They dragged it on and ruined it. That's why Bleach I quit on, even though
Well, Bleach you quit on because of the power cap.
which was it kept going because it kept going. Like the
Yeah.
arc was like fight these guys, then niggas with mass show up, then other people show
No,
up.
because you told
Yeah.
me they beat Aizen after Aizen got away. You're like, Marcus, are all the characters gonna end up getting phased out? And I told you straight up, like, yes.
but that's what I was like. No, but I know that after the Aizen thing, some dudes with the mass show up,
Yeah.
who are stronger technically,
And then each
and
one
then he
Chinese.
has So then I was like, dude, they're milking it, they're capping it. That's why if this ends, if Demon Slayer ends, I'll be happy because I don't be like, how the fuck are they gonna keep going? Like, oh, psych, I have the super upper moon demons. Like, oh my fucking god,
Right?
They could
They already-
like Michael Jackson is one of like
Yeah.
another set of main demons.
Yeah, and I hope that's not the case. I'm cool
I
with
am
that
excited
ending.
to see what his backstory is. Muzin, like his full backstory, because they
He
just
has one.
or I guess not his backstory, but the backstory of demons in general.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited to see where that if they touch on that.
If they don't touch on it, I'll be cool with it because it might it's one of those things where if you over-explain certain things, it's like...
I suppose, yeah. You're right.
Yeah, and that's how I'm feeling about the first breath. It's like they build it up in a way where I was like, just get to the point with this already.
No, I needed that, man. I know what you're talking about, but I needed that.
I do like that concept, though. Well, last thing I'm going to mention, and I do like the concept that it all started when it just kind of branch off from there.
Yeah, when they said
cool.
it started with one breath, and I'm like, okay, this is cool, because then, like, everybody's kind of, like, putting themselves in one specific breath, and then, Tanjiro is like, well, if they all originated from one, then we can incorporate everything because it's the same breath.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I like how they build in, like, there's a way to gain more power, and then they explain it in a way where you could believe it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, you could cross-train and pick up stuff from other people and create new techniques.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I think
So
that's
what
it,
you're saying
right?
is Tanjiro could be doing lightning blitzes.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You could. Maybe.
Well, I don't know if you could do lightning blitz, but you could use things from the lightning blitz too. Like,
Okay.
it's kind of like going back to the greatest shit ever. It's like Uncle Iroh teaching to redirect lightning. He had to learn some water bending to create the flow to redirect lightning.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah,
This guy.
basically.
So shit like that.
This guy.
So it's like we're not using their things, but we're using their forms and the way
To
they
learn.
motion to do things we couldn't before.
Oh,
This
it's like
guy.
how he's-
Look at you.
Like he's learning how to use his water style to
Yeah.
instead of his fire style.
And how his 10th water style form turned into the Sundance flame thing. So shit like that. So, in a weird way, I kind of want it to end because I feel like if they drag it on any
Fair.
longer than where they are
I
now,
won't fight you, but I
It'd be
would have
cheap.
liked at least one more one more chapter if he gets to that point.
maybe.
But I think
want
that's
them to
about
kill
it
all
for
the
me,
Uncle
dude.
Moons and then they have to fight Michael Jackson and he rocks all of them.
Yeah.
I think that wraps it up for me, dude. Like, any
Yeah,
final
Demon Slayer's
remarks?
amazing. Rachel McAdams is beautiful. Jennifer Connelly is number 2.
Alita doesn't deserve a sequel.
It does not.
It does.
Alita deserves a reboot with no Hugo.
All right,
If
I
they
get back.
reboot, I don't know. I thought you meant.
Even a
I'm behind
pre-sequel.
that.
If they pre-sequel with 2 Hugos, that'd be sick. Hugo origin story.
Oh, God.
Hugo was an orphan, and he's only an orphan because Alita killed his parents.
Oh,
Hey,
there you
what
go.
a-
But, yeah, all right, dude.
And
I
Low
think
Rider
that's it.
Robots.
I'm surprised I didn't get roasted for my Demon Slayer thing, but all right.
You're gonna get roasted later.
No, you were gonna, but I didn't want to bring it up because it will make me go against Demon Slayer. To roast you with that.
All right. Well, anyways, welcome. Thanks whoever is out there hearing. Thank you for.
No one yet, I'm sure, since we
No
took
one
like
yet.
a 2
I
month
know, right?
break.
But-
People probably for it.
Thank you all. Demon Slayer. I was about to say Demon Slayer out.
Also, like and subscribe.
Loser Quest out. Catch you in the next one. Hopefully, we'll see what we have for y'all then.